All right, everybody all right? Yes, sir. All right, we here by the corner of Yahuwah. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for getting us to the end of it now. Well, what's up, Ken? Good to see you, visitor. Good, and boy, been a long time. Get the visitor a hand clap. Woo. Good, boy, you been a long time. Woo. It's been a while. What happened to almost a month? Almost a year, yeah. Yeah. Goodness, the Muhad at that time. It's been over. You had another Muhad. Goodness, that man had two Muhads. Yeah. Had a Mu month. Muhad, then he did a Mu month. And everybody all right? Yes, two to be alive by the kind of Mr. Yahuwah. We're still going around doing the same thing. That's what happens when you get old, trying to steal lotion. But we appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for another Yom, keeping us alive. Most of all, keeping with a mind. If you got a mind to serve him, that's the biggest thing. Because there's a lot of people alive, and they can give homage to them or not. But in the end of the day, I give homage to them not just for being alive, but the fact they got a mind still stayed on it. Because my mind definitely could be on something else, somewhere else. I appreciate the fact that he allows me to be able to think on him, consider him, be able to kind of share Tahalim to Hashem, because truly he went, Tahalim to your Hashem. Isn't that right? That's got his own way. Isn't that right? And everybody else got the right way. Well, you're not nothing messing now. Everybody got their own way they get Tahalim to Hashem. But he definitely words. I tell people, don't wait till you get down. Don't wait till you get out. And then you decide you want to try to get homage to him. At that point, you feel like, I can't use you. I only need people that can get up. That's being honest. A lot of people, depend on the situation, circumstance, they kind of look at giving, what belongs to Hashem. You get enough trouble, situation, thing not going right. You want something, then you decide probably a good time to start serving him. And a lot of times that might not work the best for everybody, because it could be one of them situations where I give you enough opportunity and chance to kind of turn yourself around and to kind of shakar him, adore him, and then look at you hadn't done it. So at that point, I leave you in your situation. That's the whole science to this thing when it come down to serving Yahuwah. You don't know if it's one of them things when you get ready to turn, he could probably say, I'm not interested. He said, but this time I'm serious. He said, yeah, I was serious every time. So that time you'll do it to no avail. That kind of, when you see people he cut off, and then he give you that recalm, it makes you harbor him even more. Because I'm definitely one of them people that should have been cut off a long, long time ago. Ain't no problem, should have, without a doubt. Without argument, I should have been cut off a long time ago, but he kept me around. A lot of times, people will look to criticize other people that'll make a change or they make a fall, but you got people that ain't doing nothing. Ain't got a mind to do nothing but sit around and wait to criticize and watch other people. But for me, I don't have that energy of time. And nobody I watch. I don't know what Creflo doing. I don't know what Jake doing. I don't look on the internet. I don't type their name in my phone. I don't put it in my computer because I really don't give a damn.
That's right.
That's of honesty and sincerity. I don't look up the video. I'm just not interested in what none of these people doing. I don't care about what no other camp doing. I ain't looking them up. I don't watch them. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, I say, Amen. Ain't that right? If you ain't doing what you're doing, I say, Amen. Because Yahuwah going to come back here, he going to get restitution. It take all I do is stay focused on what I got. All these people think I keep up with them, they're telling a lie. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have no time. I'm too busy. I'm still trying to figure out Instagram. Okay, so every time I see Bashagon, I say, what is Bashagon here for? And son said, who you follow? I said, every time I just try to say, this ain't mine, they busted. That's all I said. By the time I said, ain't him on here. I said, Bashagon here. I said, I don't know how none of this stuff works. They had to show me how to hit live. So you see me live, one of them push the button. Show me, I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't know how to turn the camera around. It's just too much complicated. Then the video too long, or then you got to try, then they ask you want to share it, post it, or this your story. I'm like, what? Share, post, or this your story, or send it to friends. I'm like, we're friends. I'm like, why you ask all these questions? Put the damn video up. Post the picture. And pick one. Comment. That's too much going on. Twitter was a whole lot easier, but it's going down more and more now. I got to show I get my stocks out. And that best even probably going to file bankruptcy. $46 billion. He ain't gonna file bankruptcy. They don't turn around. Well, it's a lot of people got to scramble and keep Twitter up. It's somebody to buy it. He's bluffing. He's a business man. He know when he bought it. But I tell y'all what, I was telling a couple of our kings yesterday. This is the first time, here in the probably last year, we've ever heard as many crises as we heard about billionaires. I mean, I'm talking about losing bad. Warren Buffett, he lost, I think, like $4 billion, $2.7 billion with Berkshire Hathaway. And he's like, Warren Buffett word is like gold. If Buffett touch something, it's money. If Buffett say something, it's taken off. Buffett told him, I think it was Buffett one time, told him when the housing market crashed back, that, he said Georgia would be one of the first states to recover. And that got our real estate moving. It got it moving, going. So a lot of these companies are paying them. They'll put out the word on a bank, say, you know, Bank of America. And when you make the kind of money them guys got, all they got to do is say a word. They could change the whole dynamic. Crypto, they took Bitcoin to almost $70,000, and walked away out of it. Now it's what, 20, 19, whatever it is. But I mean, that's the kind of traffic them guys travel. People follow it. People watch them, follow them, connect them. They look at whatever them guys say. They make waves. And now for one of them to buy a company for $46 billion, and now he say he finna file bankruptcy. They're like, man, you ain't even been in it long enough to file bankruptcy. How you gonna file bankruptcy? See, you can't do what they do. Right. You file bankruptcy, it's all your personal good. Donald Trump, a loser. This man is 1,000% loser. All the people he endured, less than half even got elected. Less than half, and the man still said, you know, but this is how you make your money. White people, they hype y'all. It's all, niggas in here everywhere. Everybody love this nigga. The man is a loser. Why am I looking for your man? Your ass couldn't win a second round against Joe Biden because you're a loser. You're a complete loser. Listen, you lost in casinos. You lost in the hotel. You're a loser. The man, and all these folks, Trump. The man's a loser. He's a loser. You didn't do it, people. The people here do us, almost none of these people have won. Almost none of them have won. All of them lost. He's still saying, no, I don't have any regrets. I did my job. He suckered the Republican Party to pay his legal fees. That's what losers do. Tell me something he's done. Now I got these other dumb people. Oh, I'm making more money on Trump. Said, quit being stupid. You're on Obama era. None of these guys do nothing for you. Joe Biden is so terrible. Whoever gets after him, it's going to be a disaster. Because they have yet begun how bad he has effed this country. He's going to meet China right now. He's got a work deal with China. Pick up. They done. Look at this. Warehousing empty. Y'all see Christmas stuff out of these stores? These people hurt. You move Christmas in August. Nobody move Christmas stuff now. You start moving Christmas stuff in August. Freight rolls. Freight is hurting. It's hurting bad. That's how terrible this man is. He's crashed Christmas for these sinners. Thank you, Yahuwah. All I do to mess Yahuwah. He put that dummy in now. That dummy have messed up Christmas. He done killed these people. Thanksgiving, them bastards gonna be, them bastards gonna be eating pig feet. They have a big pig feet at the table. They're gonna be chopping it down. One, the granddaddy get a knuckle. And growing, oh yeah, he done crashed. He done messed up bad for him. Man, Thanksgiving out here. Y'all know how much these folks are. Do you see it? Y'all see the Black Friday drive and all this? Listen, you about to be hitting Thanksgiving here in about another week or two. This man has killed everything. He can't recover this. It's too late. It's too bad. And there's no reason for these people still be in office. I'm so glad to see them Democrats lose these seats. I don't know what to do. Get them out of there. Anybody sit down and want to hire 80,000 IRS workers, your ass ain't had no business in there. That's a bad word. My neighbor talk like that. He talking like that. Who need 80,000 IRS workers to go around and rob poor people? That's right. They're never going to touch the rich. It's going to be the poor people going to suffer. Always poor people, they're going to go through poor people's pockets. Just stop it. Man, you need to get rid of, taxes should be a flat tax on everything. Nobody should be paying taxes. You already buy goods. Why look like I get my paycheck, you got taxes, and I'm going and buying something, paying taxes again? Then if I sell something I just bought, I got to pay taxes again. I ain't winning. When do you ever win? America is not a system that allows you to win. You never stop paying property taxes. You never stop paying taxes on your car. You never practically own anything. They always keep you paying. They keep you where you broke. If you don't learn the system and learn how to get with people, learn how to maneuver through him, man, you just be paying all your life with these people. That's why rich white people avoid and get away from it. Some of them leave. I remember Stevie Wonder left him. He moved to Jamaica one time. I started asking how it looked, but I said, I was like, I just looked at, man, that's it personal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see he in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just take him out the door and just sit him around the pool. He don't know no different. He can't say like he gonna see nothing. You take him anywhere. And I just bring that joker some escovitch fish, and I put a couple of oxtail around him, stuff like that. He don't know where I am. I'm in Jamaica. That's it. Whatever you want to say. You know, that's that. Smoke some weed around him. That man say he make more money over there, not even making no record. They kept getting ripped. You make money, all they gonna do is keep ripping you. Every time money, they gonna keep ripping. It be your same money, they gonna rip you every time. So they take everything. Just like a lottery one, they don't let you keep nothing. These people just keep sucking you, keep taking everything from you. They just manipulate out of everything. I'm still a proponent for the same drive. We need our own, and we need to be a nation. You know that? We need to be a nation. What I said, we can do business with them. You just can't be on them. That's all I tell you. You just can't be on them. And no, I don't agree with it no kind of way. Ain't no, well, let's come to a consensus. No, it don't work. Until we tried the indentured slave, we tried the regular slave, we tried it black Americans, we tried as Negroes, we tried as sub-Saharan Nubians, we tried as African Americans, we tried as Africans, we tried as blacks. It don't work. Best thing gonna work for our people, we gotta build our own nation. And my biggest thing I tell you, I can't get men on board. For some reason, men don't feel like it's an issue. They just feel like they need a slave master. It just seems like they just can't see themselves leading themselves. You making decisions for your future. You having your destiny in your hand and having the opportunity to make that choice versus this is what they give you. That's not a choice if that's what I give you. You got to pick one or the other. Versus you get to make your choices. You get to make decisions whether you live or die. When I'm talking not literally living, I'm talking for as your survival. Because some people have the ability, they can achieve more than others. You need to be able to strive to your full potential. Some people got potential, they only want but so much to go, but you still got a right to enjoyment in this life. Everybody don't have the same drive, but with America, you don't get that. If you got drive, they're gonna try to break it. If you have no drive, they're gonna try to push you down even lower than that. So, you know, they pretty much put you in a situation where you always gotta come out fighting. That's the only thing for the so-called Negro. When he wake up, the white man get out on either side of the bed. The black man, the so-called Negro, he gets out in a corner. He has to, because we angry. We're always ready to fight because we wake up in a corner. You sleep and you thought you had a dream, you were somewhere, you wake up and all you got is walls surrounding you in a corner. You come out fighting. That's all you can do. Your back against the wall. You got to come out fight. He can get up and he has the opportunity to do whatever he want to do. Y'all got other things that avail at his fingertips, not for you. Hello? All right, I'm just trying to help y'all. I could tell it to you every week, but it ain't gonna change because I just know where y'all at. And you know, you just have to get used to it, but I still try to put it out there with you. You have a right to succeed. You have a right to advance yourself and do something. You know, it's bad that we still a water cooler talking people. If white people got something against you, they say it. That's right. Ain't no water cooler. They ain't got to bow down to nobody. Any rule they make, if they make a comment against a quote white Jewish American, they get to decide. The Jewish people don't take it to a Jewish court. They got to bring it to a white court. Yep. Y'all see Trump said something about the Jewish people, didn't you? Yep. What? Huh? Trump telling them to quit all that crying over him. Oh, that's funny. Anybody talk about that? And you know what? I ain't seen a newspaper ad. I ain't seen the news. I ain't seen boycott the hotel. I ain't hear shut down Trump Tower. See, I tell white people, they create your phobias. They create your phobias in your feet. You give these people your power. You the one give a damn. Why you give a damn what they think, Kyrie? Why you give a damn? That's right. I'm not telling them to have. I'm not telling them I ain't gonna apologize for being no man. If I ain't done that wrong, if I saw a link, even if it's the dumbest damn link you could have looked at, moving, and you sent it, just so dumb, but you sent it, that's still your opportunity. You just post on your page. That's all you did. How about the people I love? I don't like it. Guess what I do? Don't go to Kyrie page. Done. I don't watch that on Kyrie page. He even told me Adam Jones. He said himself. They said, you post something with Adam Jones. He said, oh. He said, I don't support what Adam Jones said. He said, I pulled a comment he made one time about something. I don't go along with the Sandy Hook situation, what he's saying with no Sandy Hook. He clearly told her, I don't go along with it. He said, I don't support. See, they try to hold you if you post something, but they can put racist people comments up and stuff. They supported Strong Thurman. Nobody, still you can't call him a Klan. That man was a direct, see, this is what I'm trying to tell you what people call it. Entertainers, rappers, singers, ball players, ball kickers, ball packers. You know what I'm saying? Quit letting white folk have so much power over you. You can shut this down. Find out what do these Jewish people own and don't support them. Do the same thing they do to you. Let play, you don't support me, I don't support you. I guarantee you need my money more than I need yours. Let me tell you what Jewish people don't do. Jewish people don't buy that cheap junk from each other. They sell it to you niggas. Jewish people don't buy that junk, they sell it to you. They punk everybody. I don't know why these folks won't snap and be a man. Why we always gotta walk holding our ankles? Why I got to wave to you with my butt cheek open? Why I can't be a man? You know, and then the rest of them like, why these guys kick it? They got to wait to Farrakhan and everybody how about I ain't even seen it. I don't give a damn what he said either. I'll be honest with you. But I don't want to make no fight with Farrakhan because this is what they want us to do. I'm not going to be the man to tear Farrakhan down. I don't agree with his ideology for religion, but I agree with his freedom of speech. I agree with him having a stand and taking a platform to stand and say about how you keep getting punked by these people. Who are these people? How the hell you get married to everybody because you don't have no existence before 1947? Hell, I ain't never heard of it before 1947. That's all I'm asking. I've been here all that time. Hell, they started to act like I'm the damn goober fell down here from Mars. I ain't never seen folks so scared. Why we can't be a man? Just some stuff at some point, them tell him, we can't allow ourselves, this, and this is how they got us while we done lost it. We done started making money, doing stuff, now we're looking at everything affect. Now you done lost your voice. See, they'll give us one thing to buy us. It's a lot of those athletes who want to stamp to say something about what happened with Kyrie. But let's just be practical. What's going to happen to them? And you know what? What's bad about it? It's because they broke communication with us. They broke face with us. They run with these people. Now when you find the side, you know, one day I said, well, Ken, I want you to start talking to me, respecting me. Oh, you one of them now. One of them Afrocentric niggas. One of them black power nigga. Black lives matter nigga. Now I got to shut Cam down. I got to come at everything Cam. I got to get it personal life. I got to try to wreck his wife, make her go crazy. I got to get his kid, get him kicked out of school. I get his car. Who spends this much damn time? If that video hurt you that much, that means you won shit. That's right. You know how many video they got on me? I'm still going. That's right. Y'all ain't shit. Tell you how that little video hurt you. Well, I'm not so scared of. The video is a joke. It's a comedy. How you let that little video done rabbit you? It wasn't into you in the first place. Hell, I got all kind of video going on. I ain't trying to worry about that stuff. That's your time. You want to waste that time, spend it. I don't want that tired junk. I got something to be doing. These folks just a waste of time. And they done scared. Why all these black folks, why these black men ain't got no teeth in their mouth? Why they ain't got no balls? Get you some goobers, man. I ain't finna sit here and beg these white folks and try to plead with them and try to be all merciful. I'm gonna make 7 apologies for something I ain't done one time. Won't happen. Won't happen. I walk on my feet and not on my hands. I'm a man. I ain't apologizing for nothing I ain't done. It's not gonna ever happen to try to say no fact. Take that ball, chunk that damn thing right up and out of my dad's tail. Kind of get that ball, throw it. Let me know I ain't your friend. I ain't got time to be playing. I tell you about chunk that shit right up in there or walk off. Y'all can have it. Antonio Brown almost tried to stump be a man. They looked at their bank account. He said, damn, I ain't get paid for this game. I was like, no, you ain't get paid. He's like, damn, who I need to talk to? I'm going to call somebody. I wasn't on my medication either. These guys got to think before they start running their mouth. But see, they put us in such a situation. I'm just being with you. This is the dangerous part about making money. They trap you into your conversation. Now you can't say something about homosexual. I say something about their ass. I'm not finna be no heterosexual man if it be punked out by no homosexual. That's not gonna happen. I don't need no money that bad, and I can't tell you what a man and a woman is. I don't need no job that I don't know what a man and a woman is. That's just crazy now. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. I'm just telling you. Let me tell you, they've been programming this for the year. They got a video. It's from some years ago. I remember watching this video, and they tried to show you how you can. Listen, these white people do this. They've done this years. So what they did was they took a question and they wrote the wrong answer, and they put the people in the room, and everybody knew it was the wrong answer, and everybody agreed to the answer. The person was looking, and he was looking at the answer. And he was like, he wasn't looking, everybody raised their hand saying the answer was right. And he was looking at, he was looking at the question, he was looking at the answer like, no. You know what that bastard did? He raised their hand where they were right. They said, just show you how you could change them. Get all on. I said, all y'all ass need to be out of him. Y'all not moving me. I know what's right. I'm not. But see, who has this time? They tried to show you, you can change the opinion of a person if enough people are against them. Man, listen, man. I used to light up YouTube. I ain't selling ass. I ain't putting no pickle in my mouth. And be on nobody's social media screen and try to get no view with nobody. I'm a man. I'm a be a man. I made it 20-some years doing what I've been doing in the industry from being a man standing flat-footed. Y'all got to uncompromise. If I know something done wrong, I can come and I'm man enough to say, get what? I was wrong. Let me change that. Or something changed, knowledge and information. I'm not finna back up off nothing right in order to make no money and kiss no ass. Right. We're not doing that. That's right. Ain't no amount of money you got worth that. My integrity. My kids had to look at me. My grandkids had to look at me. You guys got to look at me. I can't do it. It's not worth it. I know what a man is. I know what a woman is. You call yourself what you want to call yourself. I know what a man is. I know what a woman is. And you ain't getting it from me, ma'am, sir. That I'm not. So now you want to punk me out in the room now? I got to call a man a woman. I got to call a woman a man. And then all this sue. How the hell you going to sue somebody? Everybody know what you is. How we get this? This is more of the room punking. Think about, they pushed it now. This is where the Negro has lost. The so-called Negro has lost. At one time you had no money, but you had integrity. The white man knew this and he respected you because he knew you weren't a thief. You sat there, he left, he come back, all his shit was still there. He knew this nigga poor and he didn't take nothing from me. You know he looked at? Because you said, I ain't a thief. I work and I make my money honest. He said, I can trust you. I'm still going to manipulate you and keep you down, but it's the fact that you honest and I rob your ass every day. And you won't take from me. He marveled at you because you're integrity. You know what he looked at? Get that nigga something. Let the nigga have something. Now come threaten to take it. Get what he do? Lie, steal, and he'll cheat. You know the white man said, dang, if I'm going to hell, that nigga going to. That nigga going to. He knew. I knew. You know he looked at. This how you got him. He looked at, I made up Jesus. I made up God. I made up the whole psychosis of this whole Christian religion. And I watch you get in there and pray. And you worship. And you sing. And you preach about that, man. You have so much vigor in it. I knock your ass out trying to get you to go back. You know what you do? You just get up and get your stuff and keep going. And you say, I let the Lord fight my battle. And he watches you thinking, what the hell? I made this stuff up and this nigga won't move from it. Regardless of what he see. And he watched you, and you got him wondering, hell, did I get him the truth? You don't even know what the man did. He used it to beat you, and then he looked at, damn, you holding to this thing, and you won't let go, and it makes me look bad. You make me look bad. So now he done started to give the nigga stuff. The nigga owns stuff, the nigga got stuff, and the nigga got degree. The nigga will lie, the nigga will cheat, the nigga will steal. The nigga will use words he don't know the meaning of. We kept it simple and plain. We were just honest. We had shacks with holes in the floor. You could look on there and see the dog back. We had 10 roofs. You can hear every damn raindrop hit the top of it. We slept in a mattress. You can hear the damn one end of that rail ringing from the other end. If you had carpet and your hair was napping, hear the thing will catch on fire from the electricity shop. We were honest. We were honest. We had integrity. It was just things we wouldn't do because we said the Lord was watching us. And we felt like the Lord was keeping. We were sitting that cracker, look through the window, look at our ass starving, and he see you sit around the table with a little bit of food. You know what you do? Let's hold hands and pray. Thank you, dear Lord, for this food that we about to receive. Though us a little bit, we appreciate what you've done. That cracker look and said, I tried my best to starve the hell out you. I saw you pray and you and your family still made it. Then, and you know what, look at it. They're looking out and folk were fat. How the hell you get fat folk with a little bit of food? Because Yahuwah was looking on and he knew. They manipulated you into what you done. They manipulated you into what you done. They made a fool out of you. And you know who he fights now? He fights me for waking him up. Right. You guys hate me for waking up and tell you I'm going to walk straight like a man every time. Yes, sir. My integrity beat anything I got. Yes, sir. Them cars ain't shit. That's right. I'm the man. Yes, sir. Buck, who the man, Buck? That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes I use a little blackmail. I ain't where I need to be. I'm still growing. No. But at the end of the day, I'm just telling you, I tell y'all, God, let me tell you, get your integrity, keep your integrity. Carry you a long ways. Respect yourself. Feel good about yourself, decisions you make. When you lay down, you can be honest. Things are nice to have, but they're bad when things have you. Especially when it's at the threat of your integrity and everything else, and I can't afford to lose this, and this what make me. And I said, like I said about them, that means you ain't shit. Everyone that came in here butt-ass naked. That's how it started you out. And you made it. You think about it. You made it. How many of y'all were born before? How many of y'all were born knowing something? How many of y'all were born with teeth? How many of y'all were born able to walk? It's amazing. And you were eating too, huh? With no teeth. And you got around and you couldn't walk. Butt naked and you still got clothes. Who have been looking out for us. You let these people manipulate you, and made you think these people control your destiny. You're going out, you're coming in. They don't control nothing of us. It's what you give them. You got to start believing in yourself. I worked hard to make sure I learned how to believe in two people first. Yahushua. I damn sure gonna believe in myself. Yes, sir. That's right. Don't do no good to put. I'm telling y'all, problem come in and believing in him. Don't believe in him, and you don't believe nothing about yourself. Because I know me before I knew him. I live, and I sleep with me. I don't live and sleep with him. I live and I sleep with Tony Smith. I had to conversate with Tony Smith. I got to rationalize with Tony Smith. I got to consider for Tony Smith. I got to make decisions with Tony Smith. I need to care something about Tony Smith. I need to know about Tony Smith. Then I need to know about my maker, my creator. Then I need to make sure Tony Smith and my creator, my maker, and my savior, we in harmony with each other. Can't let the fear of these people get you down. Y'all let a lot of stuff break out. A lot of stuff I should have been broke. I'm talking about I should have been broke. I'm talking about as a man, I should have been gay. I should have been sold. I should have been doing everything these folks done. Man, it been keeping me. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact he done keep me on. It ain't easy when you see everybody around you break and compromise and do what they do, and you still hold to an integrity and a standard. But you know what? Somebody got to do it. Yes, sir. Right. Somebody got to do it. That's just being honest. Somebody got to do it. Right. You know, how many of y'all think a lot about the 12 Shalakim, the apostles they'll call them? I raised my hand too. You know, I had to look at it too. You had to look at a man like Matthias. Man didn't send me, but I was still holding on. Man didn't give me, think about it, them jokers sitting out working, man. Listen, whatever these guys do, these jokers hear you sick, these guys can hear you. If you were dead, they can get you straight up right there. If you was a leper, they could clean you, made you black again. You know what Matthias could do? Nothing. He said, I can follow and I can obey. Yeah. And when Yehuda fell, they said, it will must one be ordained. Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir. Said, take part. And when the light fell, it fell on Matthias. Right. And he was numbered with the 11. Yes, that's all I'm saying. Hold you in. I know a lot of them here say, well, I ain't preaching. He don't want you to be preaching. He wants you to be you. Quit start putting all this stuff on who you ain't. Once you start being. I just deal with folks. I don't have them conversation that fool. Who I ain't. Just stop it. All that failure conversation. I be no preacher live right. I don't know where folks get it. They had a thing that too. Oh, the preacher supposed to live right. Hell, you supposed to live right too. But I don't know, preacher, where you get that from? All that the preacher supposed to. What you supposed to be doing? What you doing following all him and all he gonna do is keep the preacher? That make absolutely no sense. See, more Christian answer. Now how the Christian preacher beat you every time. He need a church for the summer. He need a whole bunch of people ain't doing that. Because guess what a whole bunch of people doing can't do? Can't condemn him, dang. That's why the church is packed out. They said, he ministered, God ain't blessed him minister. My pastor got thousand members. All of them together. Not one ass keeping one commandment. Put every little piece they got together, they can't get one whole commandment out of it. Because ain't nobody putting, ain't no standard. Don't you know, I press hard on y'all because I mean for you to do and be the best you can be. I was a damn louse because people didn't tell me no better. People want you down. People want you a quitter. People want you with excuses because it makes them better. Man, I'm not impressed with that. You only better because everybody's had to be down. Why everybody can't be up, you still be somebody? That's why rich people won't. That's why they trying to break this economy. They can't have niggas with money. A lot of blacks took their money out of the system and went crypto. Why y'all think they breaking these people? They can't have, you know what was impressed? When I was growing up, let me tell you something, man. You seen a Rolls Royce, that damn near once in a lifetime look. Damn thing roll, you watch that thing till the air gone. That's one of them Rolls Royces. You know your ass ain't had no business up against it or in it. I remember, man, you seen a limousine? I was a young cat, be downtown, been on a limousine, pop up, ride the hotel. You look at that thing, you like, goodness, that thing turn you like, them folk, every time you say, them folk rap. These broke ass folk lease these things. These folk get 15-year car loans. See, that's how they beat up. We were thinking they were paying 4 or 5 years. You get 15-year car loans on these cars. That's why they keep them and don't drive them and put them on. Because, see, guess what? Made you look, didn't it? Because you thought what? They paid cash. Call that I make a nigga think. Leasing. They leasing. They make life affordable for white people. They make it hard. When a nigga want to impress, every damn thing he got invested in it. His ass scuffling, he trying to figure out, how the hell they got that damn thing killing me? Maintenance and everything. That man said, I'm leasing. This ain't mine, I'm leasing it. I take it back, my leasing agreement, they do all the servicing and fixing. His ass all up on the bottom, asking his friend them how to get it. They ain't got them, they looking at the damn almanac. When the crops come in, trying to figure out how to fit the car, they wonder why the damn thing ain't fit. That's the almanac, son. That's not a mechanical book. But we be scuffling, damn thing jacked up, tied off with on brick. White folk leasing, and they get a plan with all the maintenance in. White man just paying one note, he paying no maintenance and gas. Then he saved and put it up, and just people like, that's a prayer. He put on his, hell no, they charge me for all the miles over. So I'm driving on a certain time and put it up. But you don't know, nigga ass get it, first trip, 900,000 miles. Nigga got a 2022 with 463,000 miles on it. I'm about to take this thing back and knock it. You think? You think the transmission slipping? This car ain't worth a damn. No, you ain't worth a damn. You got a 2022 with 469,000 miles on it? They're gonna roll everybody borrowed it, tore it up, ain't looked at no servicing. That's how they get us though. They push us to stuff. First thing I think what we need to work on as a people is our integrity. Working on integrity. When I say integrity, let's start with something more than that. Let's start on with the basis of who we are. Strip down to who are we. I remember it was a movie years ago, Jackie Chan played. It was called Who Am I? He kept going around and people were talking to him and he would deal with people. He didn't know who he was, but they knew him. And he thought everybody he was dealing with was a friend. Then he found out this person was trying to kill me. Who am I? And he was trying to find out who was it. It was a movie. I just kind of watched it, catch it. But amazing to come back to me. You know what we've been doing? We that nigga. Because we've been thinking these folks our friend, and these people trying to kill us. And when he found they trying to kill us, he kept wanting to find out, who am I? Why are these people trying to kill me? I don't know who I am. That's what they've been doing. They'll get you and make you think that you are a part of something. You're not a part of these people's system. Listen, look at this. Don't be stupid. I don't care where you at. I don't care who you know. I don't care what you blow. You're not a part of the system. Ask yourself, who am I? I'm telling y'all, you're not. You will never be. Get out of your head. I deal with people. I don't think, oh man, I'm in here. No, hell no. I know how this system works. You got to learn how to float through, just like they do you. Learn how to float through and do what you do. Keep your integrity. Learn to get in and get out where you get, and learn what you let them have. You can't be in too deep. It'd be like that movie with Larry Fishburne, in too deep. Hard to get out. It's just this is the life. Y'all just got to realize this is the hand you've been dealt. You got to be smart when you go through. A lot of people ain't smart. You go through, you lose a lot. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I would say these people have me on their platform. They'll let me teach white people. If I want to say certain stuff, them words, but talk nice and bring Jesus up regular, and try to get niggas to get on their knees and open their mouth and let a white man walk up their road with a little peanut, with a little pickle sticking out and put some on your tongue and say, close it, slowly. But see, I won't let them do it. So this the life I got then, and the folk gotta hate me. They don't let nobody tell you the truth. What I tell y'all, man, this stuff will get you killed. It'll get you killed, get you blackballed. These folk blackball me on TV. They blackball me, shadow block me on YouTube, whatever. But I've been with you. You know who they hurt? And really, it ain't them. Yahuwah let them do it. Yep. Only for a reason. You know why? Because a lot of people been watching, a lot of people been sitting around. A lot of people gonna get left down. He knows. He look at, I can't keep you around. There's some people he look at, you can't keep being a watcher. Eventually you got to be a doer. Eventually you got to make that change, that transformation. But see, the problem is a lot of our people don't consider that. Listen, these people destroying us. This on a daily basis. And we've gotten to this point now, we'll recognize, this what you got to ask yourself. Was this an immediate death that they put on us? This has been gradual over time. And it's gotten more intense because now you just recognize, you didn't look at when did the effects start. There were some effects, if you go back, they've been working on you for a long time. These people have, this is the problem with you. Your labs are used to cook up drugs to kill and hurt you. These people use laboratory to invent medication that works against you. These people invent products that work against you, that take away your natural, the natural instincts and things about you. It was just certain things about us. Listen, man, these Mexicans, they're impressive. They're impressive to people who don't know nothing about us, who ain't seen it before. I remember in the industry when it wasn't but a handful of Mexicans. You couldn't find it. It was 1, 2 here and now. It was niggas on them roofs. Niggas and white men. I remember them scalpers, them were niggas and white men. I remember construction. I know what it was out there. They were rare. I remember when they came in. You were getting them $2 some an hour. They were doing their little work right now. Then they started moving up. They started getting what we were getting. I remember they were getting $10. Right? You're like, damn, you're a Mexican, $10? Now Mexican make more than hell. Now the Mexican pay us. They pay us now. Because they manipulate us because we were so rent. See, you fell behind, want to be somebody. You want to be somebody? I don't have to tell it to you. I ain't want to tell you, but you're going to be hard on me. You ain't shit. That's right. You can't do nothing. If it ain't a computer plug up, your ass can't do nothing. And when they brother, give you something, do something without a computer. Show me what you can do without a computer. Absolutely nothing. Because that's what they took. We were skilled tradesmen. It wasn't too much you couldn't give up. We couldn't pick up and we'll learn. That's right. I'm telling you, put us out, we'll pick it up, we'll learn it. You put us on the job, listen, it ain't gonna be like, we'll pick it up. We can't pick up shit. Let me go get on the way up. Once I go get on the way up and look it up and then try to figure out how to do it. That's how they got us. They got away from that. You don't have no natural instinct no more. I'm just telling you, you lost it. Your drive, you lost it. Everybody now want to work from home. They let niggas start doing that. That's white folks stuff. Work from home, work from home. I knew it wasn't gonna last long. When everybody tell you, hey, that's got to come and get what they did. I don't need no come and get rid of my car. I work from home. Everybody come back. Now your ass stuck. They done went and moved way out somewhere. They done found how Georgia, they were like 5 miles from Georgia, Ed done moved in a whole nother state. Then we got to be at work. They got to figure how the hell they finna commute from a whole nother state. You fired. But they knew that. They knew nigga always go too far. He always go too far. When white folk get out, start telling them, stop taking everything white folk off of you. They learn to start taking everything folk get. Stuff don't last for you for like that. It always come back to bite. You get too damn comfortable. You start getting rid of stuff, thinking this is your whole new life. It ain't for you. Y'all don't understand economics. When these folks set up and they let them did it would cause a COVID. They tried to keep stuff running, let the people work from home. They start doing math, other corporations, other businesses start hurting. These people, unlike you, these big major corporations all come and have meetings with your president. They have meetings with all his energy secretary. Who the energy secretary? Y'all remember them calling y'all to a meeting? You ain't gonna believe it. I'm gonna have to say it. They're gonna hurt me hard. I'm gonna try to get it out though, because y'all ain't shit. What they mean with you? What kind of energy you regulate? What do you do? Nothing. They get in with other companies because everybody realize how they make money. They all source their money off each other. That's why they ass at home They killing me hit the pumps. Now, why you saying, well, that should make gas cheaper? Let's do it. Let's do science. You think these folks finna be doing the same amount of work to pump this gas out of here for less? All I'm gonna do is make it higher because I'm selling less of it. So the people who are buying it, I gotta charge them more money. That's why they say, get the ass by here and go back to work. Because cause a lot of stuff these folks say. Y'all say stuff because you don't have no business of how other stuff affects stuff. It don't work like that in real life. So it's a lot of stuff y'all guys have to learn. You have to know. Everything attaches and affects something else. So these energy secretary, their job is to get with these corporations, these CEOs of these major corporations, they come in and get with these people. Tell them, what the hell y'all doing? Do y'all know what y'all doing? I'm telling you what finna happen. Your ass finna be overloaded with unemployment people. Whoa! No. Do not send her, because we've been effed up that money. We got to come up with something. That's what I'm telling you. That's how they know what decision to come and make. Corporations get involved. They're going to meet with CEOs of major companies. You're going to get with Delta. You're going to get with GM. You're going to get with Ford, and you're going to get with Chrysler. You don't get with the gas energy. You don't put these people in. That's why you pulling their ass in. You have a conversation with them. You want to know what's going on. This is the same one. So you do it. You're going to have a lot of people in that damn line. They want to know what they're doing. And a lot of them come to meet with them, let them know, I'm going to need a bailout. If you don't, I'm finna flood that damn line. Why y'all think, let me tell you something. Why y'all think Elon Musk told him what he's gonna do? Y'all think you think, man, that's criminal. Yeah. I can go get my credit card, run my damn credit card up for $46 billion, and I can't pay it in 2 months, and I can file bankruptcy. That's criminal. Yeah, that's right. He's a businessman. Cause you know what the bank finna do? Hell no. We got to fix this. Cut the note, whatever got to be done to pay me. He know what he's finna do it. And then you know what you do. You let California know, I'm finna roll their ass straight into your unemployment line. Now we finna get some, because he realize everybody on his ass right now. He got the UK on his ass. He got the UN on his ass saying, well, I want no false information on that Twitter. You know what they call them false information? Tell the nigga the truth. We're not for no disinformation. False information and disinformation is all criminal. Like these niggas up here typing and sending shit through here and they learning who they are. We got shit on here, it ain't shadow block, and everybody picking this stuff up. We warning you. Disinformation, we coming right at Twitter. That's how the system works. That's just how they do it. At the end of the day, I got my enemies and people hate me for what I do, but I'm a man. What else I'm gonna do? I said, I'm a man. What you gonna do? I'm a man. And as a man, I just can't sit with a good conscience and sit here on my damn hands and pet these people and dance these people and have these people controlling me. I don't need no job. My wife tell you, I know they'll say, this is what they'll mean. They'll say, well, he said that because he worked for himself. My wife will tell you, I will constantly fire you. I've always took a stand. She said, oh, listen, I let them not call them, no, you can have that job. Oh, I've been fired so much. Shh. I said Rutgers on getting fired. My wife, I told you, she broke down crying one time. I had a good little job too. Had free insurance, real cheap, go anywhere she want, and we had 0 copay. Her little ass was, listen, her little ass set up all kind of appointments. She had to cancel them appointments. She had started crying. Man, I was paying $5 for medication. Any medication, $5. You remember that, Smitty? No, she don't. Boy, her ass started crying, man. She had cried. Why you can't get fired? I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm telling you, I don't know. I had to tell them folks, tell you, anybody at work, ask them, say, you remember say you taught him any kind of way. They said, oh no. I preach didn't play that. I tell you, I ain't need no job. I tell you, man, I said, you pull a cup, I'll piss out right here on your desk. I said, I can get a job. So I said, how you tell them? I said, I'll piss right here on your desk, pull a cup out. I tell them I was a preacher. Let them phone, I said, man, listen, I get a job. I tell them, I said, man, listen, I piss clean, I get a job. I don't worry about no job. I'm not about gonna pump me. You want to put no hand in my face, you want to ride me, you want to be having me. Hell no, I ain't need no job like that. I ain't need no job. I was there to work and get a paycheck. I ain't never push nobody, threaten nobody, but I damn sure wasn't be pushed around by no boss, no job. I had enough problem. Ain't no job meant that much to me. Integrity. Yes, sir. Integrity, that's what you want, integrity. See, these folks, they'll take a pay. I don't worry what they call me, long as they pay me. You know, slaves used to talk like that too. They ain't care what them calling it. Hell, ass just kept working. At some point, you got to start. Y'all young people, y'all listen to me? Y'all young people. Don't let no paycheck and no cash turn you from being no man. Yes, sir. You keep your integrity. It's just, I'm being with you. And now when you make that decision, don't make no mistake now. You're going to take some L's. Yep. I'm going to tell you that now. I ain't doing it without taking no L's now. I took a lot of L's now. I kept going, though. I kept praying. Sometimes I kept going. Sometimes my mind be like, maybe I could just maybe not say nothing. Then they ask to do something. You say, yeah, I ain't going to be able to let this one by. This one of them you can't let get past. You got to say something about it. However it go, that's how it go. That's just bottom line. That's how it is. I intervened in other people's stuff and got fired. I heard the owner to come to tell that boy, he told me, he said, man, he put a hand on his shoulder and told us, his literal words were, he said, I'd take my dick and put it right in your mouth. This was a white man. He walked straight at that man, laid his hand on his shoulder beside me. Listen, straight, this the owner come. He was Plymouth. They done changed the name to PLC or PM. He said, I'd take my dick and put it right in your mouth. He said, Pete, you crazy. Pete wasn't on it, he probably dead now. My Hafford brothers owned it. They sold part. They still living. Y'all look them up. So we had a meeting. I let them know how I felt about it. Because the damn thing bothered me really bad. Because I was standing right there and all I looked at, that hand could have been on my shoulder. Your little white ass been tore out the frame. I was so mad, smoke was coming out my ears. One of my fighting, I could have shut up, had nothing to do with that. When we had that meeting, I let them and Hafford brothers them know they old asses still living. I let them know exactly how I felt about everything around them. And not one of them, I let them know I don't play like that, I don't have no conversation like that, and no man gonna come and say nothing to me like that. And they let me know, duly noted, and my little ass was fired. That's how I left Plymouth. That was it. They can't let me know out of that. They let it win, came and got me a letter, told me that the company was going in a different direction. They, listen, man, listen, them guys heard me, listen, them black guys, them guys came around me and they were like, man, that's it, that's what's up, man, you know what, I'm gonna don't show you, listen, them niggas came, them niggas like, they would change their attitude. They were looking at, man, this stuff stopping. My ass was fired, and they went right back to, he can put his dick in his mouth. I'm just telling the truth now. That flat plane, I ain't cut. Y'all want the truth, want to lie. But you know what? Them guys kept that job with no integrity. I left like a man. Y'all hear me? I might have some tear. That's because I use tear gas. That shit you use on crowds. I wasn't crying. No. But no, that's just how I gotta be. Now, and I get on y'all, Akeem, and I tell you I get on because I want you to be a man. I want you to always be a man. It ain't about how much money you got to be no man. It's about your net worth of how you carry yourself and what you do for yourself. It's just certain stuff you look at, my integrity worth more than that. Don't let dollars and cents and connection with people get you out to where you can't ever be a man. You always want to be a man. So I come in here a man, I like to lead him the way I came. I like to lead like I came. I came a man, I like to lead him a man at the end of the day. Y'all got it? And see our young people coming on, y'all learn this stuff now. I used to be a lot of different things for a lot of people. Shaul said he was all things unto all men. He was talking about trying to gain people, but for me, I was all things for all men because I want to fit in, you want to be accepted, you want to be loved, you want to be liked. At the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna like it. Don't even waste your time. I'm gonna turn my internet. Hell, if I had it, I'd cut it off for you. I ain't for everybody. I tell people. I'm upfront because if you looking for somebody to sit around and tell you a bunch of lies, you get the wrong play. I'm not interested. I'd rather tell y'all the truth. You sound to consider for yourself. I explain. When I look at something, if it's something I see and it don't make sense, I'm going to tell you, this is where I'm at. I'm not going to say that, well, I just got to keep. No, I got questions. I need answers. I need to be able to understand it because I can't do nothing on no. I understand there are people that have manipulated the system in order to keep us as an oppressed people. Churches, synagogue, mosques, non-denomination, tenants, elk clubs, Masons, all these fraternities are just suppressing. They're just suppressing places. Everybody said, I asked anybody, how many of y'all done played? 84. How many of them walked in there and ain't had nothing happen to them? You just walk in and just join. Here y'all, good to see you, brother. We're gonna work together, and what we're gonna build up. Everybody run you through some shit. Yep. Just like this. Nope, nothing. Go to Army, Navy. Nobody gonna let you do. They're gonna run you through some shit you'll never do before in your life. Why you gotta run me through the shit? Bring me in and give me what I need. No. We got to try to break it. Everybody is about trying to get you down to them. And they know it's hard for a lot of time for people to come back. At least give me something that got something to do with what I got to be doing. Come on, I'm going to shovel shit. Am I going to need to do it? No, we got to do it now. Well, it don't make sense to do it now. I ain't going to be doing it later. Ain't got nothing to do with doing it later. Let's do what got something to do with what I got to be doing. It's just to weed out people. Everybody play that. No, it's not. It's just to see how much time your ass will sit around and let me make you waste. I'm just being honest. Life just a whole lot of game. Everybody game you, people join stuff. People want to be something, and people want to be a part of something. But why you can't be a part of something without all that? Why I got John? Come on, we got to all whoop your ass. We got to throw you in the wall, put a sheet over you, and throw you. Right. What the hell all this for? That don't even make no sense. Why we just can't come in? We just be together. Just be. People don't want that. They feel like it ain't authentic. There's somebody beating them and stomping them and kicking them and yelling at them, throwing water on their head, make them stay out here and freeze. What is all this for? Hell, I'm trying to prepare you for the enemy. I'll be honest with you, boss. Hell, I'm looking at you as the enemy at this point. Because anybody, you tell me some motherfucker do some shit like this, because I get to whoop your ass, I'm just going to go on down the line. Make sure not spend any time. Nobody else be doing this. Y'all ain't ready for me. I just want the best for us. What's wrong if we just, why we all can't just be human and be respected? Why we can't all just be people? I wouldn't have to talk like this if everything was authentic about their place. Why people just can't respect each other, treat each other? I don't want to go kill Mexican. Oh, there goes a Mexican. They go get the con, throw roast and drink. For what? For what? What's wrong with your ass? Why y'all just gotta mess with people? Why people just can't be left alone, respect people for people, and people have a fair chance. If I was president, they gave it to me, they wouldn't give it to me because I told them walk around, my damn briefcase open. I ain't got time no clothes. If I gotta put that button, this damn thing need to be open. I need somebody right side of the briefcase open. When I run. I take out, keep up. I might push this bomb on your ass. I want to watch, somebody talking, like, yeah, I want to talk to you, you know. We ain't liking this shit right here. I'm just rubbing that button. That's what you done. Oh, I'm finna push this damn thing. I'm not finna be kidding. I ain't having all this talk going on. That thing gone. Get me to the bunker. Every time they had that weather play here at Camp David, no, I'm in the bunker. I'm watching all news stations. I be looking on there. One of the news stations, today, President Thompson, he ain't shit. For what I knew, boom, that news station gone. Next station. We love the president. And I love y'all too. Gotta cut all that nonsense out. Give people a chance. Let people say what they want to say. Ain't that what y'all for? Disinformation, misinformation. What's wrong? Why we can't have real talk about where we at? Why we can't have real talk about where we at? Because I don't get it. If we ain't real with us, how real we gonna be with this book? Let me tell you, that's the problem, to tell you the truth. Problem with Christian, Muslim, Hebrew Israelite. Abari, that's what we are. So I don't want nobody to say I'm left out, okay? Abari, Yehudi, that's us, all of them. Problem with it, man. People don't really want to know all the truth. You don't want to know what you can do and what you can get by with. People don't want to know the whole truth. People tell, I want to. No, they don't. It's not nature. You might unravel something, you find out that you really love you're doing, you got to stop it. Y'all want the truth, y'all want to lie. These people don't want it. We were reading the King James Version, and we said on some things that people didn't want to do, and it's in their book, same book they're reading. Only reason why people say, it's the religion. The religion forms based off of people. Our religion is a practice. Every morning I get up, I eat a salad, practically. So this would be religiously. That's all. It's a practice. Get it out of your mind about religion. I'm not a part of religion. Folks are damn liars. Everybody has a religion, okay? Everybody's a part of religion. That's the first thing I got to stop. Where they get tied up at a book and a preacher involved. You're a part of a religion. This is just a practice, a culture of what you do. Get out of your mind about cults. Cults root from culture. Okay? That's all a cult is, just culture. They just root something and they'll make it sound bad when they do something. When they want to cultivate the ground, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If something's a part of their culture, it's okay. It's just when you short and root it down to cult, which would be the root word. See, these folks really not intelligent, they try to play. People just try to look smart, but they're really not that smart. And so they scare them up when they use words like cult. And it makes you run from certain things, because it means you might expel something, you might get something out that we don't want other people to know. So we'll call it a cult. See, tongue smell. Oh, y'all watch out. Y'all finna be drinking the Kool-Aid. How many times we had Kool-Aid up here? Never. Wait, where you think that saying come from? Jim Jones. So now you use well, these religious leaders, moon man, will kill their members. They done something because that's their damn stupidity. Okay? And again, here's white men at their best. They always F up everybody. They never go by their damn self. Right. Y'all come on, y'all drinking, I'm right behind you. White folk can't just leave. You don't have a nigga do that. It's always them. Everybody got to drink, then they drink. They take everything. No, oh, yeah, my ass going to NAACP, them coming. Now I got to kill myself. But make sure all y'all niggas dead. See, that's how they get you every time. They program you. So now they always let you sit there and say, oh, man, that's that moon man. So people watch, move away from it. What association they have? You program their mind and they can't think? I know. You notice that, and you are a great damn thinker yourself. Isn't that right? They make a fool out of them. I had a real conversation with y'all. I tell y'all exactly what I said, what I do. Do I tell you everything up here being read is authentic? No, because I'll be telling you a lie like anybody, all these damn folks, unless you have the original scroll. And let me tell you what I do know. These folks tell me none of these guys speak the language. Everybody, let me tell you what, it's only the way for this to be possible is for you to have it when it was originally spoken and it never to have been tampered with, okay? This is a problem you have. A lot of words we have today, first of all, why would they have been using those words then? They wouldn't, because the vocabulary was small. When Yahushua told you that he was going to speak, how was that? A marshali, which is short and concise. It makes no sense to have all these damn fillers. Fillers allow you to manipulate people in conversation. Did I literally say that? I mean, you said, but because the fillers allow me to manipulate. When it's short, concise, that's what it is. All these words these people introducing, they give you, all problem you got, you can't find these words. I'm talking about the Abari words they give you. All these words, there's no way they to have an Abari word for every English word. It's not possible because there are no comparisons. The language is too strict. It's too direct. Y'all got what I'm saying? So I would be telling you a lie if I sat here and tell you that what we actually go through, everything is authentic. What I do like and I draw to is the ancient, because it has a real basis for their conversation, okay? A lot of these words they give you, they match them up with English words. English will give you what they have. That's in somewhat comparison, which a lot of times is far off from the actual meaning. The things they did, look at when we look at their pictograms. Everything that you see is what they use. Let me see the eye. How many of y'all don't have an eye? Oh, wow, you happen to have one. So things I'll say about the eye. Close your eye for a second. Close your eye, please, y'all, would you close your eye? So now you have what? No sight. So if you don't have any sight, that means you can't see. In order for you to see, that's how you be in the focus of anything, and you take on the appearance, or you understand the appearance of. You got it? And also when you can open now, when you open your eyes, now when you got the appearance of, you have not, because you have something to compare it with. Does every man look alike? No. So when you see one man and you see another man, it's undistinguishable. It's distinct because those characteristics, because you have the knowledge of, and because of your sight. That's how they do stuff. You see sight, eye, look, that's it. As far as you go, I mean, look at what? Like things? Each other? That's not the way they looked at things. They knew the eye gave appearances. The eye gave them knowledge. Y'all got it? So that a lot of things when they have in conversation, they could relate and correlate it in when they would talk about the Y'all got it? Now, when you have the English, their vernacular, they'll give it to you. It's catered with so much bullshit in it. It can be used, I don't know how many different ways, and they use it as a cloak to get out of things more than get into something. It's manipulated in courts. All the hell, all attorney is an English professor. Okay. Hell, they get you off because of language. He beats them on their own language. The damn man ain't nothing but an English professor. Who wrote your contract? Who you gonna run by before you sign? Why? I wonder why. It ain't court. Is it court order contract? Why is the attorney looking at it? The damn man's an English major. He or she. I know. I don't want to mess you up. I know you don't pay your money. You still owe them people. It don't look right when I tell you, and I got all this free shit. Don't look right. All I'm talking about is free shit I got here. And you still owing these people. That's how they manipulate you. This is the system they give us. And for me, you want to be practical with people and realistic with people, because I'm asking you to trust me on taking on the endeavor to try to seek knowledge. The knowledge we're trying to seek is the comprehension of the Most High. Okay? And I don't want to play no games with it, because this is the most serious and critical thing you can ever do. How many of y'all, right now, everybody of y'all, just take your clothes off. I'm just curious. Why were y'all hesitant? Can anybody tell me why you were hesitant? Don't make sense. Some of them probably because it's personal. I really don't want you to look at me naked. I find it to be something sacred. Okay? Can anyone agree with that? But yet you'll let me unravel and undress you spiritually? That's sacred. That's sacred. What I'm asking you, what I'm taking on, that's sacred. You need to be conscious. You need to be cognizant of what a person is doing. This is more dangerous. This is more critical than you taking off your clothes. It's more critical than you give me your password to your email. Ain't shit in there anyway. It's more critical. Oh, get my 4-digit PIN for my bank account. All that can be recovered. All shit you worry about, somebody get it. If you can prove that it wasn't you, get what the bank got to do. Guess what happened though? This your ass now. And you sit here and you let somebody unravel you and get the passcode into your device in your soul and you lose it. That's your ass. That's why I need to be real with you. All right. Turn the light on too. Please. All right. I have something going in my mind. You gonna work with me? Always working. This is Beth Mashiach is the name of this program that we're using. Do I have 100% confidence in him? No. We periodically use different writings to try to get down to the essential of what it is that he actually wants us to do. I'm a believer that it was not as complicated as people have made it, but when man has gotten inside of it and started to deal with it, he's made it more complicated. And we'll see why. I guess why I feel that way. Those are my opinions. I give you ideas based on I feel how I captivate his idea. I want to know how he operates. Now that I can control him, that I can make sure that I'm restricted to follow everything that he implements. And in doing that, I have to understand the importance of it. Just like, attaching your nefesh to it. Engrafting, we talked about that, engrafting. So it becomes more important to us. When you keep yourself to where the word is here and I'm here, then it's not as essential because you're separated from it. What we want to do, we want to attach the word to where it's engrafted, where it's here. So it's a part of me, to building me up, to stripping me down, to creating me, to identifying me, to empowering me. It has to be all of those things to us. Y'all understand that? And I think what we do a lot of time, we hear it, we kind of sit it here, and we're here. Let's see. Let's see. How about that? Let's see what I'm thinking. And I want you to judge for yourself. I don't want you to ever come in and allow yourself to just sit and allow yourself to just be, we'll say, taught or manipulated without you getting a real understanding about what you're doing. This is important. You can do this. Let me tell you what. You can do this a lot of years. I did a lot of years. I watched a lot of people do it a lot of years to come up with nothing. You can come up with a religious practice. Well, you know what? Man, Deke, one thing with Deke, man, he was always there. I remember Deke every Sunday. No matter he come open the doors. Did that mean it was in his heart? Deke just found something that fit him, that was comfortable for him, and he attached himself to it because it was something he could do. And it became part of their lives, but it wasn't a part of the in-living of the life. You got what I'm saying? I don't want to be someone that I practice the Shabbat, but it's not actually practiced in my law. Y'all got it? I don't want to just go over words, and these are things that my mouth, the Paul can just speak, but it's not actually in my law, in my mind. Y'all got it? And this is the thing that he was trying to get us to do. The words before, the bar was written before, were on tablets. Tablets. And you know what Mushah did when he came down and he saw that the people had transgressed? What did he do? And the people died that day. The people should have died. How is man supposed to live? So when he broke it, what was supposed to happen to the people? Not when they're not attached to it. Has nothing to do with me. Has absolutely nothing to do with me. And because it has nothing to do with me, it be destroyed or it keeps going, I could care less. That's what I want to understand about me. I don't want to just look at it as something false. I want to look at it as something, as you said, I want to find it something very not to me. Y'all got it? Yes, I want to be very not to me. I want it to be a part of me to where I'm a defender of it. I don't want to be a critical. You got some people that are critical of the word. For me, I want to be a defender of it. Shaul talked about how he stood in defense of it. He said, I am defending it. Y'all got it? And that's the way you want to be. You want to defend your point of position on what you believe based off of facts and truth and knowing yourself, not based off of what preachers said. No, it ain't about what preachers said. It's something you got to know for yourself. Nobody came and got Dawood and told Dawood he need to get up there and fight, did he? No, he came out to see the battle. They said, what you come out? They said, it was the naughtiness of his heart why he came out there. He asked them, was it not a cause? Right. He said, the thing in my heart, that's why I came. They said, no. His brother said, no. He said, no, I know you. So you don't care now because you're hard-hearted. You came down to see the battle. Is it not a cause? This man has defied, which is to go against, he said, Elohim, and against Yasharal. And he want to know, and what was going to happen to the man that defended it. And so when the Malak said he going to give him a ring, and he going to let his father's house be free in Yasharal. And he going to give him his daughter, give him his bow to marry. Now, I didn't want to know where this uncircumcised Philistine. And I want to know, they don't know what's going to happen to the man. See, this is the difference with us. We fight for free. People know it got to be a reward. Well, I mean, what's going to make me, what am I laboring for? And the problem we got for us, they taught us, that's why a lot of y'all burnt out now. Transition to us, we became worse people. We were better livers, better servers, better givers when we were Christian. When the idea opened up, the information about the way people just got comfortable. It don't matter about that anymore. There's a whole lot. That could be wrong giving money. Every time it's something to do right, that could be wrong. Because we found stuff was wrong. Now now everything wrong is the right stuff. And that man told you, no, it's not good to drink wine. So you don't give, how we know that's right? That could be wrong. Ass want to get drunk, that's right. Ain't that right? It just, when you start to get, now, see, this is the problem you got when you start correcting things in languages. Y'all know, I don't never use that for no excuse. To go get, well, maybe we can't have 15 wives around. Listen, man, that's all I got with that old heifer back there. Man, look, I can't afford no 14 more women than 4 in that bed. I can't afford it. Gas me out. 14 more women with them coins in there. I had damn Mexican everywhere. Tortilla chips and everything. I can't afford that stuff. Hell, 28 coins in that bed, man. Man, I can't afford it. I'm doing all I can to hold on what I got. I ain't used to trying to put all that extra air out there like you use all them women. Man, I'm struggling holding on now. Ain't that right? Damn thing can't hardly heal sometime. I got no problem. Let this on, leave me be. Just leave me be, isn't that right? But at the end of the day, I really want us to make sure we get this right. So I try to be as transparent as possible, as realistic as possible with you guys, where you really understand where I'm coming from. Because I know what it is. People tell you, yo, breakthrough. And you sit there and you say, breakthrough. What is breakthrough for me? What does a breakthrough mean for me? Catching up on my bills. Getting my car, catching up on my house. No. The breakthrough we look for are so simplistic that can happen without Elohim existing in your life, because it happens for people. We're looking for things that's more ruachni, spiritual, to where I really got a control of my state of being. I'm telling you what happened. And I'm talking to this kid that she tell me. She said, Ra, I was so straight and I just locked my door and I just screamed in my room. I said, I couldn't imagine it. She said, people come and you have to get people to do stuff and you got to figure out people's problems. I said, I couldn't imagine that. She said, you'd be surprised. People put all this on you. People don't do what they supposed to do and you got to say, I said, I was just blown. I said, I wouldn't want that job. And then she closed that door. She said, I locked that door in my office. She said, I was just so burnt out to people. I said, unfortunately, I don't get that opportunity to be able to do that. It's just something you just have to deal with. You just kind of learn how to deal with things and learn where people are in things and learn what's given to you and what's not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I think we set our expectations too high in life from people and things. It's never going to be a time things aren't going to happen, occurrence is not going to come. It's just not going to happen. One day I just won't have no more bills. You'll be in the grave. You don't live a bill come. Get out of your mind. Some of the stuff we want is just so simplistic. It doesn't happen. We can learn how to manage the bills. We learn how to manage the occurrences or whatever we got. I got stuck with I had $48,000. So make business partner left me. Ain't that just damn nice of them? And my ass got to pay it. That's just what happened. Y'all say I came here and I lost it. I ain't come to serve it. Y'all might have broke down crying. I sure needed it too. With all my heart, I needed that. What you gonna do? It's life. And what I'm gonna put it on Yahuwah. I'm gonna put it on who. That's life. And the day that's life, you gotta learn to attach things. You in life, things are happening. But that's why I say I appreciate having my grounding. For something it'll kill you. It just dry you out. That's your whole life. You can't let this stuff be your life. Things gonna come. A lot of things come to test you, to teach you at the same time. The type of people you deal with and things you get, and this is what people will do to you. That just happened in life. At the same time, it let other people see how much control you actually have over different things that happen with you, and you learn where to put your confidence. My confidence is always in you. It was never in no people in the first place. You just don't count on people to do. People, I don't count on people to do this supposed. I really don't. Otherwise, you're gonna be let down a lot. You have to always anticipate giving more of yourself than what you anticipated. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you had in mind, so I'm gonna put in 10%. You be a 10% partner. Your ass gonna put 150. They'll work a 10% like 150. It's just life. This is people, because people don't understand boundaries. People don't look at taking off things off from other people. I was just telling about somebody held the door for me. Damn, I was far away. I said, well, they hold that door right there. So I just speed on it again. I just didn't want to look. Something like some of y'all, let his ass hold this on him. I just didn't want to put that on the person. I appreciated the fact that this person took the time. I said, I'll hold it and wait till you get him. So I made it my business to speed up my walk that I wasn't planning on going that fast, but I wanted to get there to let you know I appreciated it. And I didn't want to hold you no longer than I had to. Because people will do that. And a lot of times people do that because they don't care about themselves. Look at, would you want someone to impact you the same way? But getting to what I was kind of wanting to say was, don't let these things wind up being the obstacles that keep you out. Because a lot of times people look for their breakthroughs to just be spiritual, a better job, or more money, or a bigger house, or owning their own home, or whatever. These are sometimes things that you might not accomplish because for whatever reason, Mr. Yahuwah see fit for things to happen a certain way and how much effort you put in behind things. Sometimes you say, you know what? That's why with me, if I get it, I'll put everything behind it. That's another reason why you won't get it. Because you can't afford to put everything behind nothing, except for Mr. Yahuwah. What you gonna do when you got everything behind something? If I put every dime I got into a car, and that car take out, what I gotta do? Why I gotta do that? Sometimes people wonder why they ain't in a relationship. Because I know what I want to do like these people. If I had me a wife, I'd give her everything I got. She would never have to worry about having lack of love or nothing. I'll cook her breakfast, I'll serve, I'll clean them, I'll do everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't need them. I need you to give me that servitude. My wife looked at me, what's wrong with that? Everything. I mean, to the degree of, I don't want to say, I don't want nobody going there. If somebody cooking with their wife, please don't go tell them. Do y'all understand what I'm saying, though, from the end of? Sometimes you can put too much in behind people and things to where you might not see it, but he sees it. It's such a balance you have to have with everything to where you can do something and say, well, let me kind of draw back. Because I don't want to just put too much in it and then it looks to him as though this is my everything. That I depend on it, that I get my joy and my strength from it. Now, what do you think I'm think? What do you think my wife gonna look? Every time I'm like, when I get around there warm, I'm always laughing and grinning. What y'all think? Why she gonna think that? Somebody tell me, why would she think that? I'm only happy with her. And he gonna look at, you ain't happy unless you making money. You ain't happy unless you got that car, you ain't happy unless you got that job, you ain't happy unless you got that woman or you got that man. See, because people don't want to think like that. He did tell you his name was jealous. That wasn't literal in it. I want my name to get out of Kabul. So when I hear you getting Kabul to other things, which is glory, and Kabul honor to something else, how you think I'm gonna look at that? What you think gonna happen to me and you in this relationship? I told you my Shem is jealous. I want everything to my name. I want to always be acknowledged for everything I do. But I know that you only acknowledge that car, you only acknowledge that job, you only acknowledge that husband, you only acknowledge that wife, you only acknowledge your mother and your father. Because that's where your heart is. You know how people say, my mom, that's my heart. That's my first heart. And you know who heard that? Now I'm screaming and hollering. Who know why? My shoe untied. She dead. I wonder how she died. That's my first heart, my mama. See, and people think that, and it ain't not to harm them because he didn't give you not to, but you learn how to put people and things in a certain place. Everything has been a certain place. It's got an order to it, and you're a little out of order. We talked about that one time, out of order, didn't we? Out of order, a lot of stuff, it's just out of order. It don't work. So we had to come back, and when things happen, you have to go back and you have to redesign and reset things and put things back. Because you'll look at a lot of things, it just, your priority, the precedent, it changes. When he wants to, it before family come in town, hey y'all, I ain't gonna be give y'all that weekend Shabbat. I got my family in town. He said, is that tight? Cause this is Shabbat. And everyone my Shabbat is a muhard. So I couldn't imagine you missing a muhard from nobody unless you really love them. Because the only reason you would keep it because you really love me, right? So if you keeping it because you really love me, and if somebody could come and you could start keeping it because of them, that means I'm trying to think how he would add that up. If he keeping it, you keep this because you a hobby. And somebody come in town, you don't keep it because you need to go be with them. How would he add that up? What you said there? He loved them. And it ain't the fact that he loved them, it's the fact he loves them more because he's not doing what I prescribe. Y'all understand the science? So we can be the cause and leading cause of why things happen because we don't put them in the right perspective. You got it? Because with everything we got, we have to be able to detach from it any time. At any time, you have to be able to detach for it. Hello? He told you about what problem. He said, if any man will follow me, what he had to do? Deny himself. And what he got to do? And do what? If some nigga don't mind suffering. But we start talking about losing some stuff, that look different. I ain't mind if a nigga do like that and hit me and put a frog in my arm. I let a nigga do that 2-3 times. I ain't trying to lose nothing. I ain't no house, no car, nothing like that. I ain't trying to lose my wife. You know what I'm saying? One of my kids. We do the frog thing. They hit, put a frog in my arm. Ah, man, this for Jesus. When folks start looking at losing material things, losing human people, you know what I'm saying, they really are hard, love, attach themselves to. I've been with you, I ain't signed. How many y'all, let's be honest, how many y'all signed up to come in here to lose something? I ain't raised my hand either because I didn't. Nobody. How many y'all came here so you could lose your wife, lose your husband? How many y'all came here so you could lose your kids? I'm talking about whether losing them from divorce, separation, or death. How many, who signed up for that? Nobody signed up for that. But that's what they actually required you to do. So in order to get you to that point, he had to use a little manipulation to get you to a point to get you to grow. So now you start to understand. How many of y'all, if you lost your husband, your wife, now you think about it, I got people that came here, they were married. I'm going to say married with their spouse. Now they didn't sign up for it, but it wound up happening. You see how he manipulated you to stand. Now if you'd have came in and caught you at the entrance of the door and said, listen, you can come in, but you can't bring your husband or your wife. What you would have did? Got to put why? If my wife can't be here, you forget it, bro. I ain't trying to be nowhere my wife ain't. Woman, same thing to the woman. Your husband can't be here. We ride or die. I can't be here either. So what he had to do to get us in here? Had to use God, had to manipulate us. And get you to a point where you start to understand him and you start to see people for who they really are. See, let me tell you the difference. For all of us, for my family, my family, we got a family thread. I just sent them a video. I got on them the other day about us not talking. One of my cousins, Terry Perry, told me, stop it. I said, all right, whatever. But anyway, we got that nigga in us. But anyway, we were close growing up how we did things. And now looking at where we at, because you see people differently when you start to walk from the Ruach, from the spiritual point of view. The people you saw a certain way at one time, I don't see them that way no more. You're still a heart, but that can't ever be like that. That don't ever be, you know, to that degree of where I was and where we were. Because I see you different now, because I look at myself different. And I look at what I'm really trying to obtain and what you're trying to obtain. And we're not going the same way. It don't matter how much I think back home, we had some good time. That was the truth. That was, but we can't ever be like that again. But see, if I knew all that coming in, listen, you and your mom relationship, you and your dad relationship, you and your brother relationship, sister relationship, wife, cousin, friend, I probably held off. I hold on, because I don't need no religion where you and your family can't be close kind of stuff, especially when you come out and your world close. You got it? But he had to get me in and let me start to see changes in myself and start to see people and realize these are the people that you saw that you had this great fondness for. And now since you start to hear me and start to see me, you see your changes. They see you change. They deal with you differently. And you know it's hypocrisy. You see them and you know exactly this is where you was. You say, wow, that's crazy. I never saw myself like that. But I had to take you away from them so you could see yourself. You couldn't see yourself while you were with them. I had teachers would tell me I would do stuff. They'll pull me a couple of them. Something. Every now and then something pull me. And Tom said, said, why are you following them? I'm like, what? They say, you're a leader. Why are you following them? You letting them, I'm somebody trying to figure out, trying to get me off. Trying to keep me from having fun. Even my friends, they try to tell me, they're just getting you, but I couldn't see it. Because I was so blinded because I was in the mix of it. When you're in the mix of it, it's hard to see it. It's like, who know how to make a cake from scratch? Give me an ingredient. Y'all give me an ingredient. When I put eggs, flour, sugar. You gave me 2 minutes. When I put that, some fucking, oh. Give him teeth to class. That's how he said flour, baking powder. Okay, make your own cake. It's too many words. Baking powder. No. Who else got it? Who else? Who else? What you got? He said he just gonna eat it. He ready to have. He had me going for a minute. What you got? Milk. Anybody got some? Sugar. Somebody said butter, vanilla wafers. I don't know what kind of cooking. John said she's gonna make that damn cake again. The vanilla went out of vanilla extract with the flavor. So let me explain. So once we put it all together, who can see the sugar? What about the milk? What about the egg? What about the butter? What about the baking powder? So, and you know why you can't see it? Because it's all mixed in there together. I couldn't see myself because I was all mixed in there with them. So in order for us to see ourselves, he said, let's do this again. Let's make the cake over. Let's put all these things down separately. Now you can see them. Right. I had to take you away from them so you can see yourself. Right. When it's mixed in, all the people know they eating a good cake. They have no idea of all of the ingredients and everything mixed in together that you can't see. And so that's what happens with us a lot of times. We don't see the full big picture. So now he had to extract us out so you can start to see what part you actually played, and you actually can look at it for what it is. You got it? And that's what I appreciate him for. All right, let's see. Listen, 15 and 4, this is Romans the 15th chapter. Listen.
For whatever Nika taught before.
For whatever was written before.
Nika taught to Lamedas.
It was only written to teach us, to show us, and to instruct us.
So that through
that is very important. I know we say it every time we come on, but I say it to you guys for a reason, okay? I won't be your only teacher. As Shaul said, though we have 10,000 instructors in the Mashiach, yet you only have one Abba. You can only have one that begot you. He said, because in the Mashiach, I have begotten you. But there are other people that will instruct you along the way. And I try to tell you guys things in a way so you always need your basis when people trying something so you know what's your fundamentals. Those are important. That's how we get manipulated in gangs and everything, because people forget their fundamentals. Gangs aren't taught at home. Gangs are taught in the street. And you know how kids get caught up with them? They lay aside the fundamentals of what they were taught. Stay out of trouble. I don't want you around them kids. Your ass go to school, your ass come back home, and your best be in the house. My ass got to school, my ass somewhere ain't got no business, my ass with the wrong people, because I stopped practicing fundamentals. Okay? A lot of those fundamentals kept a lot of you guys out of gangs, kept a lot of you out of jail. So what I'm trying to do is trying to keep you out of a violation now by always establishing our fundamentals before we read. This helps me and help you so there can be no manipulation. Because if you understand whatsoever was written before was written to show you, teach you, and to instruct you. So if I'm going to tell you an action or something or an idea that I'm going to suggest to you, then it needs to be, you need to be able to see it. You need to be careful of the instruction and make sure they all line up with mandates that were previously already stated. Because he said written before. So when things come after, can they change? Not if what was written before was to teach me, instruct me. Why would something new be opposite? Hello? See, this is how these religions get us. Because you don't really have a fundamental. You just go in open ass. It's being honest. In a sense, it's just open ass. You can't walk in these places open ass. You need to be conscious of your fundamentals. Because people have told us a lot of things. This does not line up with previous teaching or behaviors or practice. This doesn't even coincide with consistency of what he said. Yet we've taken it because people manipulate us on giving us a little sentence from somewhere, and we took it without knowing the full story. Hello? Y'all got it? People made us buy into a lot of things. That's why I try to be careful what I tell y'all, because some of y'all are taking it the wrong way. Even Peter said the book wrong. See, I had that conversation with y'all. No. You know somebody just heard that. Yep. Even Peter said all books wrong. I never said that. I'm just trying to get you to understand as time progressed, as our people mixed in with other people, the language changed, the enunciation of different words changed. Just like if some of you guys move from the country and you go to the city, you go back, the folks say, oh, now you're trying to talk all city because you're not saying it the same way. Am I correct? So you telling me that the language that Abraham spoke was the same thing they spoke after they came out of Babylon and they got in Jerusalem when Yahushua came? The dialect changed. You started adding in words too. So some of the words you use weren't even actually your words. Some of the words you use were Aramaic words. About as much sense as it is that Musha is Abari or Hebrew. Would that make sense when he was named by an Egyptian woman? But you have the Hebrew name Moses. There are a lot of things we have to be real conscious of and start taking our time, because people have told us a lot of things that box us out. Their conversation can't change. Their language changed. Their script writing changed. Okay? But one thing we found out did not was Elohim. He said he remained the same. He said, I remain the same, which makes sense why he said he was going to return something to us. And what was it? Why would he be returning a pure language to some people that had never been in captivity to white people? Because the language changed. The language changed. Just like your vocabulary, your behavior changed. What they tell us about birds of a feather? Flock together. And they'll try to keep you away, because they'll say, or sometime my cousin come around, you know what my friend will say? You change when your family come around. Anybody tell y'all that before? They tell y'all you changed with family? Somebody don't. Not me, all my family did. Well, well, next time all your family, anybody that used to tell them that, your family come, and amazing, you know, it was like, my family here. And things change for them from being around other people, their surroundings. So that's why it's important for us to be grouped together. You see why it kept us together? Because you keep everybody in together with the same practices and ritual, then you try to work to keep the same consistency. See, kind of like grandma and mom sometimes, mom in the country call her mom. You don't say mother, mom. They probably say it in the country, we call her mom. Who remember that in the country, what they call her? What you call your mom? You call her mother? Huh? Mom. They always say mom. You short it. You just say mom. And we're doing it. We're just trying to get ourselves to an understanding of where we are today, how things happen, and trying to realign ourselves back to where we need to be. Okay? We had a lot of altercations, and all these altercations have spurred out to change our language and behavior. A lot of things I try to look at as well, and I want you guys to know, and it's important for you to know, I try to think on culture. Culture is very important when you're dealing with language. The reason why a lot of people are speaking, they'll say things, and people might be of a Hispanic ethnicity will look at you different, because you'll say a word that you learned in school, but this is a word that's from their culture, and they'll let you know, we don't use it like. But that's the pronunciation of it. Yeah, in your language, but in our culture, that's not what we say. And it's not used that way. And what hurts a lot of times, you using books that like folks do, it's all book. It's no culture. They don't care about culture. Okay, the people that went and called themselves regaining this information wore suits and ties. Okay? The people that spoke this language didn't. Okay? The people that live here, they lived in their own surroundings. You know what I'm saying? They kept certain things, and it was a practice. Everything they did, it was even their going out. Like the day when you'll find the Sephardic Jews, quote unquote, which is a different set. The Ashkenazi Jews are the largest group, which are the Europeans that you'll find, most of them. And what you'll find, like these people, their practices of Elohim will be that which is just totally just book related. It's just practices that they picked up, they do. It's not really a culture. Then they take a culture, manipulating, being people in business on the outside. And they'll try to tie it into the book of what they're doing, but it's actually not. It's just because they don't understand how we historically work as a people and how we function. Like you look at the house, you look at the family, you look at the noon. These are all vital. In order for a family to live, these people didn't have grocery stores. So you understand what was important to them? What would it possibly be? A seed. A seed would be so valuable to them because this seed could be planted and it can grow food and nourish the house. So having a son is beneficial. Mother and father get old. What can the son do? The seed can still provide for the house. That's our culture. Now we raise the kid to get the hell away from us. Hate the hell out of us and then don't do nothing for us. But that's not culturally how we done things. Kids typically stayed longer with their parents until they left in marriage. Now, as 10 years old, trying to get an apartment and want you to pay for it because they independent. They typically stayed there and would be a help. If the father was still farming or shoeing, the son would help so he could keep the craft going. Now the kid will mimic and do nothing the father does. Yahushua declared, hitherto my Abba work, and I lay on my ass. And I'm waiting on him. He said, and I work. At this point, they say he had not only broke the Shabbat, but said that Elohim was his Abba, making himself, because I do the same work, the same craft. This is why you behind. Because you don't understand culture. You don't understand you can't use a Western culture. That's why in the Middle East, that's why people run their ass from over there. That's why people blow their ass. They're like, we're not interested. TV is not how we typically just function at home. Those people sat down. The elders are revered. You don't put tissue in their ear and talk about how old their ass is and they be farting all the time. You sick of their ass, they need to hurry up and die. You sat down and you listened to them because they give you knowledge of things that were before your time. They explain to you about the family and where the family originated from and their father and what their fathers did. So now you have knowledge of history and of oneself. And they can tell you about things they did and how they learned. And you can see how you kind of work in comparison to them. Then they can explain to you like your name. The name I gave you, I mean, your mother gave you, or your grandfather named you, and what this name means to the family, and how the family looking at you. Your name is honor. Your name is respect. Your name is helper of mankind. And you know what I teach you? Don't do shit for nobody. Now your name is helper of mankind. Does this make sense? What would I be teaching you? Who? Lead their ass right where they at. Damn all of them. The people we are now is not the original people we were. And it's important for you to know that about yourself. That's why I start implementing the greeting. We have to start energizing each other, regardless of what your name is. He says he's going to come and give you a new Shem, which is a new name, so you have no excuse not to. Y'all got it? And now that you know, you put yourself in violation when you don't do. Y'all got it? Because that's the type of people we are. When Yahushua came, his name was Yahushua, and y'all gonna say HaMashiach, which is just the anointed one. And you only use that to differentiate him from others. Okay, that's not on the application. But with that being said with him, yet with his name being Yahushua, Yahuwah's salvation, he still find himself mimicking other Shems. Daoud, beloved, his name was salvation. Why would you mimic beloved? That's not your name. because I know y'all lazy ass looking for an excuse not to do. Ehud persecuted. Didn't he carry himself persecuted? He mimicked all. He became all. And in doing that, not only he mimicked it, he did it so you could see the human side of him. The human side of hurt. We need to be able to see that with each other. Not just laughter, not just enjoyment. We need to see that human side with each other. Then we need to be able to see recovery. Hello? We need to be able to see recovery. We need to be able to see that among ourselves. So it kind of builds us that we understand that things come back around. Just like when you see the sun, you need to see the rain. Now they're saying Monday is going to be a beautiful day. You know why people are going to acknowledge it? It's going to be because of the rain. Right. Otherwise, it's just like every other day. That's why certain things had to happen in your life, like your sick days. You appreciate the long alarm, just long time. Nobody knows what forever and ever is. These are words we get from these people. Long time. That's the only thing they know. When something happened for a period longer than expected, that was long. A long. Why would they know what forever is, Dave? What is forever? Who would know that? See, they manipulate you with their English words and you lose the simplicity of what they knew. All along means is a long time. Boy, he been doing that a long time. That's what they knew. It went on more than expected. Y'all got it? So now we're looking for, and they'll put now an alarm together. So longer than long. See, get back to the basic, because you say word, okay, let's go. What's your definition? You'll scoot it forever. Long period of time. See, we really don't know. That's all they knew. It went on longer than expected. Y'all got it. And so if I compound and put it together, alarm and alarm, that's longer than long. Right. And that's why I'm looking to be with Yahuwah. Longer than long. Yes, sir. And old folks they had their word. You know what I'm saying? Folks had their howdy, howdy. Yeah. That's how I say it's going to always be howdy, howdy, and never goodbye. Comes there, you say, howdy. Isn't that right? That's a greeting. Isn't that right? A cheering when they say it. Like we say shalom. So we learn how to take things, but that's a culture, just like country. I know about country living, having stayed down there, so it's certain things you start to understand, and it's a little different. And listen, it's not even Middle Eastern versus Western like that. When you go to the South, you grow up and you see in the country, it's a different way people do things. Had to give them, you had to greet. Someone make you had to say a Bible verse before you eat. Lord and my shepherd. I just got in here, I just started eating. Then before make it say a Bible verse. My aunt used to come on. She said, moaning. She made it, you said, what the hell wrong with her? You couldn't say, we said, moan. She said, moaning. And you had to say moaning back. It was, she looked at you, gonna come and eat, you had to say moaning. That's how they did it. You know, but you didn't come and say, we sat out, my mama didn't make me pray. Hell, we just sat and eat. I got time to be speaking. Hell, I'm trying to get something to eat, I'm hungry. But that's the culture. So when you don't understand the culture, now the language sounds ridiculous. It's funny to me, but you don't understand. They look at this brings an energy. That's how we greet. We give thanks to him before we do something. We acknowledge him whether in a verse or we'll say something or we'll pray before we eat because we recognize who feeds us. City living, hell, you just go and eat and choke same time. Y'all hear me? That's just how we operate. People talk more to say they taught all the Satan kill their ass. They just cut me off on traffic. Like, y'all got a relationship going here. You know, they ain't gonna die in Satan's name. These folks throw this thing around like goodness. Because until someone teaches you, until you start to look at things differently, then nothing changes for you. And for me, I'm a person, I seek change. I want to see change in myself, and I want to recognize with myself that I actually see a relationship with him. Like we say, harmony. It makes a difference. Just like when you can put certain sounds together, you say, man, that sounds good how y'all did that. Because they learn how to harmonize it. Y'all right saying by taking certain pictures and realize they could work together and it giving a unique sound. Well, he did the same thing. He looked at me and my Torah, along with your obedience. We put these three together. Watch the harmony. Watch the sound you get, which is the call. See, all these things are important for trying to keep a peace and a harmony. See, while the world is meeting, they having the G20 meeting, all these folk meeting, a lot of money being spent, money's being promised, billions of dollars being promised to try to fix nature. Look what it's taking for them to recognize that something is out of sync. And they'll recognize something they need to start doing. They say, we got to get away from crude oil. We got to get away from fossil fuel. It's killing us. They start looking at all these different things, but they're not recognizing. It's getting them somewhere to become alert. Eventually, they got to go back to who controls nature, who set the order for nature. See, just like with us, if they really want to fix man when he's sick, it's always good to go back to him. Who gonna do better than him? I made him. I got a Chevy vehicle, and they probably do all right if I take it to Mercedes and let them work on it. You know what Mercedes probably gonna do when I take that truck there, John? What they gonna do? Why would they tell me to take my Chevy truck to Chevy when Mercedes work on cars too? Why when you sick and you down? Why when you consult Yahuwah? When they come out of a situation since he made you? What he's saying made perfectly good sense. I'm not an arguer of it. I'm not disputing what he say, right? Because it don't belong to him. We going to physician and worker, it don't belong to him. Yahuwah know how the bones grow in the body before they ever came out with x-rays. Your book told, he said, man, I don't even know how the bones even grow in the body. That's just how he knows things. He tried to get us back to try to show you with all your scientific knowledge and acknowledgement of whatever you're saying you're doing, you still don't know how things operate and how things work. You still have it to a science. You don't understand the harmony, how Elohim puts things together. Y'all got it? And how things have to work together. When things in your body start to fight against one another, don't you know you're going to get sick? Don't you know you're going to get down? Because things are out of sync. Same thing happened with nature. Your body has to be in a harmony. Right. That's why it's a different. You go see a physician, and they'll tell you, I'm a doctor. You say, where you work in the hospital? I don't work in the hospital. I have a practice. What that mean? He said he got a practice. Hell, it mean he ain't perfected it. Your ass still over there, huh? Right. Y'all had that practice for 40 years. Your ass should have got this right by now. You still got practice up here 40 years. They say, he been practicing medicine a long time. None of that bother you, huh? At some point, you ought to perfect it. But, I mean, that's just how man think. But he lets you know. Even the doctors will let you know. Most of y'all didn't even know it was illegal to say they could cure you or heal you. They can't do that. They tell you, I can treat you. And what do they tell you? He letting you know, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And that's criminal for me to sit here and say I do. Think about it. Why wouldn't he? Why? I know how to treat you. I know how to give you stuff to make you lie to yourself. Yes, sir. Man, I had the headache, man. I took them pills, man. My head won't hurt no more. They just gave you psychosis in your brain to tell your brain to ignore what was actually injured. Your head's hurting only simply because something else is going on in your body. And what doctors don't do, we don't fix that. All I do is treat it. You're a liar, I'm a liar. Hell, you think I know what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do is give you something and keep you lying, let your brain keep lying in your body. Hell, you've been living a lie. You've been saying you're an American citizen. You've been saying you got rights. And you've been saying you get fair and equal treatment with these people. So I'm going to give you some lying-ass pills to go with your lying-ass statement. You should start feeling better any moment. Because you've been used to lying anyway. You don't like that it's the truth. That being the doctor don't help you lie. That's why your brain can buy into what they give you. Give you a shot to make you feel better. They don't treat nothing. See how holistic will work and other things in what Elohim work. Let's go back and look at what's triggering it. And how they'll look at it and how a holistic doctor look at it is a little different than how a modern medicine doctor do it. Listen. Okay. So if something's going on here in my head, he's going to give me something in my mouth to manipulate my mind so my head will stop hurting. My head might actually be hurting because of something going on in here. And my brain is only hurting to alert me, to tell me something is out of sequence, to hold me. And anything can throw this off, from the feet, from the heart, from the lungs, to the intestinal area. Any one of these things could be causing me a problem. It could be in my eyes. It could be sinus. He'll just give me something. And anything he'll give me will be to suppress it. Suppress the hurt, not fix it and stop it. So you'll take pills to suppress. That's why people go to church and become Christian. It suppresses. Right. Slavery, right. The damage of slavery, rapes, child molestation, kidnapping, robberies, growing up hungry. You go to places that suppress. They don't want to bring it forward to the consciousness so you can address it. Oh, I want to dig up all my past. But your past is what actually has your head hurting. Because your mind is spending so much time trying to block things that you really need to pull forward and address so you can get rid of it. See, anybody deal with the whole body, they don't want to do that. Like Yahushua, when he came across, he asked him, you want to feel better? You want me to treat you? He said, do you want to be made whole? What would he know to ask them, do you want to be made whole? See, everything man doing is speculative. He's guessing. When Yahushua met a man in his Talmud in the 9th chapter of the book of Yuchanan, they want to know when the man was born blind, who did commit Kataim, sin? This man or his parents that he was born blind? And what did he tell him? I could treat him? No, neither one. He was saying that what Elohim had sent to them could be made manifest, that I specialize in any condition. Y'all got it? It's not a condition I can't fix. Whether it's someone else's fault, whether it's your fault, or whether it's something, no fault of your own. And that's what we look, and why we look at when he told us about, I redeemed you. And we didn't understand that. We heard redeemed before, but nobody ever like this. If anybody asks you just who I am, tell him I am redeemed. How many of y'all knew what they were saying? Me neither. What the hell they were saying? I sung it, it sounded good. Boss, did you know what they meant? What redeemed mean when they said that? See, right. You're telling the truth. See, this is what I'm saying. If you're going to get better, you get better by acknowledging the truth. We didn't know. Redeem, the fact that he used the terminology when he let Musha know, he would tell them, I am Yahuwah, the one that redeemed you. Redeem means to make up for a fault or a bad aspect of someone else. That's why it made sense for Yahuwah to heal a man that was born blind when he had done nothing, nor had his parents done nothing. So when we saw him, people that understood knew what would that make him if he gave this man back his sight. He's a redeemer. He's a redeemer. You know something had happened to me the other day? Wasn't even my fault. Wasn't even my fault. Guess what? I need to be redeemed. See, like when people be in car wrecks, get struck, ain't your fault. You know what they say? Damn, you're just an unlucky bastard. No, you get an attorney to redeem you. Look, what happened? Well, I was driving down the street. I stopped at the red light. All of a sudden, Justin, he come out of nowhere and struck me, hit the front of my car. Man said, well, I tell you what I do. I'll take the case on, I'll represent you. And I'll make sure I get you money for your downtime you're losing on your job. Make sure we get your car fixed. And make sure we get you situated. And time lost from your job. You said, man, that's all right. You're a redeemer, but we call him an attorney, good attorney. That's a redeemer. See, the reason why he's not as beneficial to you as he should be, because you don't acknowledge, you don't understand certain words and connotations. So you don't understand, that's to make up for a bad fault. If he visit the iniquities of the fathers upon the children to the third and the fourth to the dog. Okay, I got my daddy. That's one. Then his daddy, two. Then his daddy, three. And I'm four. So my dad's granddaddy did something, and I'm paying for it. And y'all telling me that's rightfully so. What do I need? Why would I need a redeemer? It wasn't my fault. Could I control who birthed me? No. Could I control who birthed my father? No. So I'm paying for something that I had nothing to do with. So what do I need? See, now did you know that as a Christian? No. You sung songs. You recited words. I told you the nigga will use words he does not know what they mean. So now, where you weren't getting the full value of him, now he's bringing us back to say, okay, since you're using these words, you need to understand what it is and why I needed them to know I'm a redeemer. Because let's think about it. I'm the second, third, fourth of my family. When things go bad, you know what? Hell, that's just life. He visited Nick. Don't you know if Mr. Ryan, it's going to break me down? I can't ever get ahead. How am I going to get ahead? Every time I get something don't work out. Whose fault is it? It's my dad's fault. Then this my granddaddy's fault. Now I don't know whether it's something my daddy did, his daddy, or his daddy did. Hell, I'm all confused. Then I got my own stuff going on. Tell me how I'm gonna win. Let me ask you a question. Exactly what would make me stay in this race? The race of the hell of who did it, but I'm paying for it. It didn't make sense to y'all. Yes, why would you be following a practice that leads you into you just stuck? See, it's no relief. You can't win in these games. And the way they gave it to you, they left you in that situation because just like you can't win with America, you're going to look at you can't win religion. So you just stuck. People quit church, but they never quit being Americans. Oh, I know. I changed. I'm no longer a nigga. You're in America. You're still a nigga. I'm just being anybody. You never quit this. It's always quit the creator. And the reason he's always got a bad rep because no one has broke it down to get people to see I had something for you. I just needed somebody to tell it to you where it made sense to you. But you've been manipulated. That's why you've been so far behind. That's the only way we've been so, because we've been manipulated the whole way. Let's see. Let's finish this. So we ain't even made it out of Romans 15. Come on, for wherever was written.
Nikatav to Lamadas.
To teach us, to show us, and instruct us.
So that through endurance.
Through patience, going through without giving way.
And through Nakum of the Ketubim.
Consolation.
We might have Tikva.
That we might have an expected way. Sit at the 18th chapter right quick of the book of Yekazakal. They'll call Ezekiel. Call. Say that's 18:1. Now, the first thing to look at, we'll come back now, and it helps us to understand too, because he was a stickler for his name. So it's going to be important for me to look at the Sefer, the scroll, and to look at the name. Okay? You know what's amazing? People, if you got a headache, you got these medical books that you can go and buy. Y'all seen these medical books you can get? And all this stuff is tabbed and labeled so you can go through and look at specific different things that you have, areas, things you got going on. What, don't you know this book is tabbed the same way? Your call is Elohim strengthens. He strengthens. So I'm going through, I can get weak. I can get down. I need to know what I'm going through. Am I properly looking in the right book? Listen, if all of just good reading anything, when Shaul, who they call King Saul, Shaul, when he was killed, when the man came back and he wound up telling the Malak Daoud about what had happened and how the whole situation happened with Shaul, and how Shaul had been slayed by the Philistines, but yet he asked him to go ahead and kill him because he didn't want one of them to do it. And when Daoud heard it, Daoud said, out of your own mouth, Out of your own mouth you brought your condemnation. Because the Torah had already taught him that touch not my anointed, my Mashiach. Neither do my Nabat no harm. He said, out of your own mouth, I'm going to execute this judgment on you. This mashpat. This is mashpat. You ain't supposed to touch Elohim Mashiach. Neither you supposed to do his Nabat no harm. He said, so I'm going to execute mashpat. So what did he have done? Got him killed. Now, what was the situation that happened with Shaul earlier? See, he said, disobey. What happened to Shaul before that? That's tight. I thought I just explained. No, the Philistines had already took him down. They had already injured him to death. And he looked at, he didn't want one of them to fall on him and kill him. He was injured bad. So he asked him, said, if you would, he said, if you take my sword and just kill me. He said, because I don't want one of these Philistines to kill me. And that wound up being his condemnation. Now, with that happening, Daoud, after he slayed the man, he said, let's see, Shaul was taken down by the Philistine. Philistine had slayed and wounded him bad. Teach him. Teach him how to use a bow. It's written in Genesis. Exodus, the 5th chapter. Really, just read the book of Psalms. Why did he name a certain book? Because the book taught them how to war. See, this is your problem. You just reading something. You flipping through finding everything is set for certain issues and situations. And he looked at, if Yasharal is fighting and we're losing, I don't need no damn prayer warriors. I need to teach them how to fight. Then get the book of Yasha. He said, that's where it's written at. And these niggas wonder why they keep losing. You're reading the wrong book. Probably could have read Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, probably one of them books. See, nobody taught us how to source your information. Yeah, if you write a paper in college, amazingly, if I use something that somebody else said to keep for plagiarism, I have to source my information. How would I know this? Don't you worry about it. 18:1, listen. Listen.
Then the Debar of Yahuwah came to me, saying,
What is it saying?
what is it to you that you use this mashali concerning the arats of Yasharal?
Y'all see that? He want to know, what is it to you that you use this mashali? Mashali, they put mashali, the mashali. They don't put a mashali, which is a short saying, byword added, concerning the land of Yasharal, saying,
The Abba eat the sour grapes.
But
The teeth of the Beni are dull.
ooh, every time my dad eats some sour, ooh, my granddad, he done ate a lot of sour stuff. My teeth real sensitive. They running my family from my granddad and them. And he wanted to know about, why was y'all using that? He said, why was y'all using that saying? Somebody ate something else bitter in my family, my father, and I'm the one with my teeth like a sour taste in my mouth. He said, why y'all get that from? Because they were learning how to get by and justify some of the things happening to them, saying, if people see me and I have, instead of you saying, Tony ain't living right, oh, no, that's my father's. That's my father, it ain't me. I'm living right. Yeah, my granddad, he was a bad man. My granddad did all kind of stuff. Wouldn't keep no Shabbat, and they ate a lot of pork and stuff like that. So you say, oh, okay. You know, like, damn, like they ain't live right one day. Everybody see you suffer. Surely one day they rested. So this is what he was looking at. I want you to think why he's talking to them, they're looking at. That doesn't make sense that my mother can eat something sour and I can taste it, does it? And let's see why he would use some kind of analogy. Let's see. What did he say?
As I Kai,
Declares who?
my done.
That's going to make sense because you always associate him with life. Yahuwah. Let me hear y'all say Yahuwah. The existing one. You lost something when you said Yahuwah, that air that come from you, Yahuwah, that's life. He's the existing one. That's why he always wanted to declare himself with living. So I don't want you ever associate me with no dead gods. Nothing you pick up and tote and carry. I wouldn't carry around my pocket. He said, I wouldn't ask you. Carry around my neck. Hell, a guy around my neck. Hell, you need to be carrying me. I need to ride your neck. See, folks so tired there, walking around thinking, I got to wear this thing. This is my Lord right here. Damn thing pulling you to the ground. He said, I'm the existing one. I live. I would never have you to carry me. You know who do that? He said, someone that's not able. He said, I'm able. That don't make sense. You pick me up, carry me around, and trying to say that I'm able. That makes no sense. You carried me. You more able than I am. Only thing they ever carry around, they carry was the ark. And he got that off of them. He got it off of them. He said, I ain't gonna put no burden on you. I can't even give you rest. I don't want you up carrying me. He said, I carried you when I brought you out of Mizraim. He said, I carried you. I brought you out. He always wanted to be associated with things they knew that lived, had power, had existed, and had reverence. You know what I'm saying? And these people have associated with stuff that have absolutely no reverence with anything. And yet you want to associate him. He said, don't ever compare me with them. Let's see what he said. As I, Kai, declares my Adon Yahuwah, there is not to you
any longer occasion to use this Mashali in Yasharal.
He said, I'm taking it away from you. He said, I'm going to stop that. He said, you won't be able to say that no more. Occasion is a favorable opportunity. How we do now, people come up, they say, you act like it's something else, and it's not what it actually is. He said, no, I want people to see you for you. I want you to keep using it, because they learn how to take something and start using it for a covering. Okay? Let's see what he's saying.
Oh, they are all the Nafash to me.
You said that? All of them. All those souls are mine. What happened?
As the Nafash of the Abba.
See that? As the soul of the Father.
Also the Nafash of the Ben.
Also as the soul of the Son.
They are to me.
Mm-hmm.
The Nafash that Kataim.
The one that commit what?
Kataim.
Commit sin.
It shall move.
So now, what we have to understand, what's happening here, what seems bad, and seems as him coming to pronounce something Rosha on them evil, is actually coming to tell you, then you coming to lift the curse off. Because your Torah clearly told you that I visit the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and the fourth generation. And I by no means. So if you're in the second and third, fourth, I'm not clearing you. So now it made sense to put someone in what we would call an advocate. Someone that fights in the favor of. That now you, sir, you, ma'am, can stand in defense of yourself and not have to defend the life of your fathers. The person I'm going to come back to get is the person that committed the act. That's why Yahushua was so essential for us. He came to take that off of us. He was nailing it to the cross, to the tomb. See, y'all guys just, listen. The Torah is not an Amunah, okay? So we're trying to look at the word he gave us and how he worked to establish that word is what built and increased our amunah, our strength and our belief toward him. The Torah is set now as a stricter to keep us to a way of life until the promise should come. The Torah is not of the promise. Abraham, come from thy father's house, and I will give you the promise of the law. Didn't. He told him to come out from his Abba's bed home, and I will make of you a great Tuledah generation. That was a berith, a covenant. That's what Abraham left for. Abraham did not leave to keep the Shabbat, to do all of the other criteria of it. There are things he would have known not to have another Elohim, but yet his family, or where he spewed from, this was their practice of other Elohims. See, he delivered him from it, and brought him out. So where he grew up and where he did things, he came out from a culture of people that did worship other Elohims. Hello? We are familiar with this, aren't we? So now we're looking at how he come now. He told us, when I came, I got you. I served you from other goyim. How many of y'all grew up Christian? How many of y'all still Christian? See? So guess what he did? I serve it. I see that I serve it. I cut you away. So you can clearly see where this is not impossible if you can speak to the consciousness of a man. If you can speak to the practicality of a person, you can get them to maneuver. He maneuvered us away. I wasn't looking for nothing. I ain't gonna tell that lie. Some people, man, I always know something wrong with Jesus. Hell, I ain't know nothing wrong with the man. I love this little white ass. Oh, little old ass Jesus. He wasn't no big one. I only say that now because he ain't my savior. Like he said, he ain't my savior. But you know, these are the things you start to look at when you start to look at reality of things and looking at what he was coming to do, what looked like as coming and cutting them off, which he wasn't a sense, but he was breaking away. Really, I'm telling you, why would I have a drive to be saved when I got to pay for stuff my dad did and his father and my father? And you would tell, you know, we say, oh, I still would. I'm just betting with you. That's you're a diamond. You're a diamond. It's hard enough for me to get in. How I'm going to try to get in through 3 other people's mistakes? You see, but to show you the Sadiq, the righteousness of Elohim, I'm going to get rid of that. The soul that commit kata, sin, that soul going to die. I came and took, that's a burden. That is a burden. That I got to go through everything I done, everything my father done, everything his father done, and everything his father done. That's a burden. Guess what I need? I need a redeemer. See, after hearing that, don't that make sense? They just want to sing the song. I need an advocate, someone that can redeem me. Because in sitting down and being practical, I'm not going to tell no lie, that doesn't seem fair. That seems fair that somebody should walk up to me now and hand me a bill from my great-great-grandfather and the damn thing got interest on it and tell me I owe for it because I'm here lending. Tell me that makes sense. Elohim let you know, I'm not unjust. What would make you think I'm not Saddam? He said, I'm just. I'm your redeemer. I came to redeem you from the curse of the Torah. That's the curse of it. Get what they think when they hear the curse of the Torah. No more Shabbat. No more adultery don't matter. See, all that's the curse. No, the curse is what comes to you when you don't do it. See, every time niggas want to get out of something, they take the whole thing. See, he said he redeemed us from the curse of the law. My God redeemed me from the self. Your God needs to sit a little ass down somewhere. Because Yahuwah never took no Shabbat away. I don't know where they got that from. But, you know, see, when you get somebody who doesn't care on truth, on a mot, then you look for reason to get out of something. I ain't trying to get out of something. I'm trying to get into something. I like Mike just said, you want to be starting something. I got to be starting something. Y'all hear me? I got to be starting something. Yeah. Y'all better make sure y'all get in. Ain't that right? And Yahuwah got stuck in the middle. Y'all got me? So let's see what he said. Listen.
But if a ish is Sadiq and practices Sadak and Sadiq.
Look at him. That's what he does. He makes this his life. He lives his life doing right. A man does this. What happened, Lee?
And does not eat at the harim, nor lift up his
Every time I sat down in Harvard, these people sat down and they sat on the foot of these mountains and they would sit down, they would worship them, they would worship them, shakar them. That's not too hard to believe. Hell, these folks go down to Stone Mountain and sit their ass up there and eat for Easter. A lot of these folks, a lot of stuff not far off. So people sitting down in front of mountains and doing this stuff and ritual picnics sitting on them trees. A lot of those treating, let's see, when the nigga got it, the nigga didn't know what they were doing. The nigga just sounded like trying to eat. And the white folks sat down, there were rituals for them, because they sat down, this is actually where they hung black people at. And they sat down, they were festive things, they hung, and they sat here and they put you up like a fool. And then the nigga said he going on the damn picnic.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things we do out of our ignorance. So he said if a man does this, tell me what else happening.
And does not eat at the harem, nor lift up his own to the idols of the Beth of Yasharal.
He don't even put his eyes on it. He see them folks, right? He not looking at that stuff. Not in a sense to look to worship them. Y'all get him to Chicago. Let's see.
Nor defile his Raya Ashah,
See that? Nor go in to his neighbor's wife.
nor come near to a menstruating Ashah,
He don't come and draw to a woman in her time of separation and sleep with her. Come on.
and does not oppress a ish, but restores to the debtor his pledge.
Y'all see that? Man, Canada owe me something. He said, preacher, hold, keep this for me, this necklace for me, this important till I can pay the debt I'm supposed to pay. And then I get it, man, paid it. He was like, man, I ain't getting you shit, man, get out of my face. Supposed to do, I'm just saying do that, you know, and they be like, he said, you know what, because you know I tell you, these are things we'll do. He said, y'all made an agreement on that. That man pledged on that, just like when Yehuda, see how important it was for them, Yehuda with Tamar, when he told her he would send her a kid, a goat. What did he do? He left his staff, his ring, and his bracelet. That was his pledge that my word is good, what I said I'll do. That I'm going to send you the kid because I want my stuff back, and you can hold this as collateral to show you I'm good on my word. He said, now if a man gives that back and don't keep it, don't pull this old nickel stuff. What happened?
Does not commit robbery,
And he don't commit robbery, take something.
but gives his lakam to the hungry,
So that he figured, you know why he had to do that? The book told you the poor should never cease out the land. Therefore, your arm supposed to open wide to him. Listen,
and covers the aura with clothing,
and cover the neck. He see the naked need clothes, he give it to him. Amazing. Who told y'all that? Hands, hands, hands. Good answer. I got one right here. Come on, Ian, tell him. Yahushua, that bad he beat y'all that fast. He told him when I was naked, he said, you clothed me. Right. He said, I was hungry, you said you fed me. And remember he asked you, he said, when did we do this? He said, when you did it to the least of them, you did it to me.
That's right.
Amazing, he just asked you about that, giving Lacan and clothing naked. Where y'all think Yahushua got it from? Come on.
If he does not lend on interest, nor take increase, if he keeps his hand from iniquity, and
And charge
executes,
interest on each other. Not for loans, you can't do that. Listen.
and executes a mat
borrowing.
sadat
Yeah. And he execute righteousness and judgment.
between Ish and Ish,
See that? You ask the person to judge between two people, and he gonna make sure he fair. It don't matter who it is. Look what he asking. All that he talking about a man being righteous. This a lot to do. I know y'all ain't covered none of this. Don't worry about it. That's why he left them in the pages. Come on.
if he halak in my statutes,
If he walk in my statute,
and he halak my mashpat
and he halak in my judgment, he walks in my judgments.
to deal a mat, he is Sadiq.
If he do what's true, he said the man is righteous. Come on.
Surely shall Kai declares my Adon Yahuwah.
He said, surely the man should live. So you know what he's looking at? If Tony is executing righteous mashpat judgment, if Tony is giving back the debt of his pledge, if he not uncovering his neighbor's wife, if he's not doing anything, he's walking in my statute, in my judgment, he said, surely this man is right. Surely this man is righteous. Now, how am I justify killing this man and say it's because of his father's father? He said, I got to get rid of it. But the only way to do it, Chris, I got to get him a redeemer. See, it don't make sense to just start. See, if I just come, see, everything has to make sense. He can say, well, you the Lord, whatever the Lord say. See, Yahuwah don't work like that. When I say something, it's all got to make sense. Otherwise, you're going to throw out everything I said. Then you're going to think I just throw out things. No, I'm going to be the one that's going to redeem you by taking that curse and putting it on somebody else. So the Torah will still be right. Let me see. They would call Yahushua, what son would they would call him? Son of man. How about, since he the son of man and you be the father, how about if I put all your transgressions on him? And I redeem you, the Torah still be right, and you be saved. That's why I love him. Only he could do that. Of course, all he had to do was just say, no more. But then at that point, what if he said no more and it come down to what he's supposed to do for me was righteous? See, that's why they'll serve a God who just get rid of stuff and just get, he can't just do that. He said, this is my word, but what I do, I make a way. Hello? When they needed to cross the Red Sea, what he did, got rid of all the water? All I did was divide it. All I did was make a way. All I did was just make a way, and I still put back. See, he need us to understand, because see, the Christian look at him like that. See, my God could do it, my Elohim can't. He can't fail and he can't kazab, he can't lie. He can't go against his word. Ain't that right? But he prepared a way for us. Y'all got it, that's in part of preparing a way. He said, I already knew that it'll be somebody to come along and do right. He said, why would I sit here and not set a way for you? I know it'll be somebody who will make it ability to walk in all my mosh pots. I know it'll be somebody that'll come along and would give bread to the poor. He will put something on the naked and make sure he clothes them. I know it'll be somebody that'll keep what I say and make it his business and maintain and do. And I can come along and I condemn this man? He said, no. Every one of these souls is mine. The one that commit Qatar, that's the one that's going to die. Hello? And Dawood showed it to us when Nathan came to see him after the death of Uriah. He told him the story about a man. So there were two men in the city. Said one had one little ewe lamb, and another man said he had many of them. And said when a wayfaring man came, which was a traveling man, and said when it came down to feed him, he said he wouldn't take one from his own flock. So he took the ewe lamb of the one little man. He said that man loved that ewe lamb. Said he ate with it. Said that ewe lamb slept with him. And said he took it and he killed it to give it to the stranger. And when Dawood heard it, the book said his anger waxed hot. And he rolled from his throne and he wanted to know who the man. Said that man was going to die. He said, you the man. He said, you the man. That thing crushed his law. Dawood realized, that's me. See, he looked at, I never seen myself like that. But I heard it was somebody else. It made sense to execute Mashpat. So you know what Dawood did? He said, have mercy on me, O Yahuwah, according to your loving kindness. That's how they did it, according to your loving kindness. He let him know against you and you alone have I committed Qatar. He let him know I took you from keeping the flock, and I set you over all Yasharal. He said everything I had gave, if it were too little, so I would have gave you more. But he let him know right now, you gave the adversary an opportunity to speak against my Shem. He said, albeit though, I put away your iniquity for it though, but I'm going to make sure I visit you for what you done. He let him know, you won't die for this though, but you got to pay for what you done, son. You got to pay for what you done. I appreciate Yahuwah. And see how that law actually worked out for us at the beginning. It worked out for Dawood. I visited the iniquities of the father well. And you know, that woman did conceive. And she had a child. And the child got sick. See, it made no sense to tell Dawood that I put away your sin and nothing happened. I used the Torah. I just took his transgression and I put him on the kid. So your sin forgiven. Where they go? I needed a son to put it on. How do you think you were going to get out? Yes, Yahoo, right quick, 9-6. They called Isaiah. I'm trying to get ready to let y'all go. I done bored y'all. I done talked way too long. I don't want to bore you with this. Hang in there, Jaheed. That joke been cross-eyed. You been fighting it, though. I seen it. Man, that joke eye been more, but your eye was yellow like the Wayne one time. I thought that joker had, I thought somebody was missing a color out of crayon box. He was looking at that thing was crossed up on there. You hanging in there, you know what you could do. That damn sure keeping it hot of him, nice and toasted. Let's see that now. Listen what he told her. Listen.
For a Yalet shall be born to us.
Oh, who now?
A Yalet shall be born to us.
Why would he tell her that? And what else?
A being shall be given to us.
Y'all didn't know what happened, did you? Your car's a call. I told y'all that the soul, all souls are mine. The soul that commit Kataim, that's who's gonna die. So if I was just gonna take that off of y'all, that I wasn't gonna visit the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation, then who were gonna get it? You said, who was it? I was gonna have to give you a son. That's Daoud. Somebody was gonna have to, see, y'all just know Jesus came, he died, he rose. I couldn't let nobody tell me no elementary stuff like that. This was important. I was telling you, congratulations. You finna have a son. I was gonna redeem you, but somebody had to pay for that stuff, wasn't it? See, in your car's car, he told you about a righteous man. What a righteous man do. How many of y'all fit that criteria, that righteous man? That's what I thought. You'll fit the next man he gonna tell you about. The man that does Rosha. The man that put his hand to do that. The man that'll do wrong. A man that'll have something his Lord been doing. He said, I covered you too. Because that's why I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna use the Torah. See? For unto you, a child is born. And you want to know, how is that gonna work that you was gonna put it on him and I wasn't gonna have it? To say we're gonna work with Daoud. I was gonna let it fall on his house. That's how I was gonna clear you. I was gonna make somebody else guilty in order to get you right. See, a lot of time why people don't really harbor the way they should have harbored, because you don't understand what he did. All this was done for you. Let me see. Elohim, so Ahab the what?
The rocks.
Had an attachment and a connection that he gave. That whosoever should not do what? Why was you going to perish? But that you were going to have, and that was going to be because I was going to put it on the son. See, your understanding now starting to become from being so dark. See, this is more than just a man said, he said a man was his son, a man said he was his father, a man came and healed somebody and died. I was putting everything that I had for you on him. I was coming to kill you. I was coming to kill you with intent. I had already made my way to kill you with intent. But then you had a son. So I put all that on your son. I put everything on the son. Everything was on the son. That was the only way to clear you. See, unlike you, you can back off your word and do something different. He said, I got to cover my spread. He did nothing for you that he had already set up that he could cover himself and still be right. Was he wrong that he let the son die? That's the Torah. That's the law. And what looked like it was bad for you, I actually turned around like I did with Joseph when he was put in the grave and he was left and then put in prison. He was brought up. What looked like was meant for Rosha, I meant it for your too. I meant it for you too. That was the only way I could reconcile you back. Hello? That was the only way to reconcile you back was through the son. That's how important he is. I couldn't reconcile you without a son. If you didn't have one, that means I just got to put it on you. That means it's just on you. So for them, you can imagine the excitement as any father would be, for a child shall be born to us, and a son shall be given.
To us.
To us. And
The government
shall be well.
on his shoulders.
That's why you held him out and spread him out. That's why I put the rule, I put it on his shoulder. That bird, you know, supposed to all that on a man's shoulder? He put all that on his shoulder. Put all that on his shoulders. Can you imagine he had to carry all that? And tell him about his name, son.
His Shem shall be Kara, wonderful,
Counselor.
mighty all, Elam Abba, Shar of Shalom.
Can you imagine a man rule over your freedom, your health, your wealth? What you gonna do with him? He said, I'll rule over it. Shalom. He said, I'll rule over it. That's why we look at him. He'll keep him in what kind of peace?
Perfect.
Talmud, complete peace. But it's something they got to do.
Mine stayed on.
Get what they quoted. I know my Bible said he'll keep me in perfect peace.
Mine got to be.
Where your mind got to be.
Yes, sir.
So that keep me in my health.
Yes, sir.
That keep me in my freedom. And that keep me in my wealth.
Yes, sir.
You know what you're going to do? How you going to keep yours? Charles Swall. Edward Jones. And you're going to get you a good practicing physician. And you're going to use the Constitution. That's why your ass sick, broke, and your ass about to be thrown out of him. He rule over it. Your health, your wealth, and your freedom. But the whole thing is, you got to believe it. And the answer is you don't. So that's why you're going down. Let's see what he told us. Listen. Well,
There shall be no end to the increase of his government or of Shalom on the throne of Daoud and over his Malkuth,
to do what?
to establish it
And
to uphold it
with what?
with Sadak,
And
with Sadiq,
from when?
from now on,
Even how long?
even Elam.
Who did this?
The zeal of Yahuwah of Sabaoth shall accomplish this.
Now, you see what the man gonna rule he gonna do? It's gonna be with Sadiq, righteousness, and they're gonna be just. That's the same thing he told you about a man being righteous. See, some things work for you and some things worked against him, but it still wound up working for his favor. Because here's a man that met the criteria when he told you in the book of Yekazakal. Y'all know that? If a man be righteous, what we'll say, he will counter righteous? If a man be Sadak and Mashpat, like when he saw the woman caught in the very act of adultery, he said, let him without Kataim sin cast the first stone. Was this unjust? That's all he's saying. When he looked around and saw nobody, none of her accused, asked, where was her accused? Said, I have none. He said, neither do I.
That's right. That's right.
Go.
The time no more.
I ain't told you you're free to do it again. Don't do it again. I'm advising you for your health and for your welfare and for your liberty. Now, he quoted something to you. When all this was coming on him, he said the reproaches of them that reproach thee.
Fell on me.
That's what he looked at. He said that thing here done fell on me. Can y'all imagine that? Because your call came and just told you about how this man should live. This man has done nothing but been righteous. This man hadn't took nothing by no defraud. He's restored the pledges. This man has done everything. This man has a lot in my judgments and in my statutes. This man should do what? Live. Then he told you the reproach of them that reproach thee
Fell on me.
fell on me. At this point, his name changed. What name? Tell him, Ben who? Good. He repeated it, meaning wrong. Good. His name would be Eyub. And why you would definitely look at persecuted? Because if you remember when Satan went to see Yahushua, he told him, if you remove your hedge from around him, and he told him, you move me against this man, and he had done nothing. Yahuwah told him that. You move me against this man, and he's done nothing. That's why Pilate told you, I find no fault. So you just can't give him the name. He actually showed he exemplified. You get twisted. That's why you had to have a teacher. It had to happen that way because that's the only way gonna make sense. If it had the name EU, you have to show where you were persecuted and something was moved against you for no reason. He told you, reproach of them that reproach thee fell on me. Wow, that's tight. That's tight. Hello? See, we trying to get comprehension so we can do better as a people. If we're going to build ourselves as a people, that's going to help create us to be a nation. But we got to first sit down and make sure we understand exactly how the whole dynamics of how this works. Because we've had the wrong ideology of how this works. Just a man and a child came, child dead. Now we saved. No, he's a strictly for the Torah. So the Torah also became our schoolmaster. That's right. The law was our teacher. It was our schoolmaster. That's how we started to learn how the law played a vital part in instructing us to understand the promise. Hello? That's how we did it. We understood the promise. See, the law was what taught us. And in doing it, but now he's come along, he's taking the blinders off. So now we can start to see clearly with our own. Y'all got it? We have a better depth of perception. Hello? At first we seen things that was somewhat dense. You know what I'm saying? It sound good. We did a lot of surface reading, a lot of surface studying. Now, just in the Layla us talking, would y'all say y'all have a deeper understanding of the whole dynamics now of him coming and the rule of the Son, visiting the iniquity of? That's important because now you're understanding how this attaches to you. See, the reason you had God, Jesus, nigga down here. So you really had no attachment, which means you had no heart, because a heart will give you an attachment and a bond that will bond you together. That's why it gave him to you. You use the terminology, your son. Your son. You know what? When a mother's pregnant, she has a love for the child, but it somewhat works as some would call it almost by faith, because she can't hear it and she doesn't see it. But she has an anticipation for it. There's a caringness there, but it enriches once her eyes can see the face and her arms can hold it. It enriches everything that she had because now it's more defined. You know, earlier, oh, my baby, all this, but it's a different love. It can bring her to tears. It can bring her a breakdown for the suffering, the pain, the agony, being stuck on one side, kind of like your car's a car. Well, he was told to lay on one side, and they'll know someone when they pray, they couldn't even lay on their stomach. Just had to lay on one side. Then that side get reverent. I can't even lay on that, I got to lay on this side. They understood the burdens of caring. And yet, once the child comes, guess what? All the suffering, all the crying, all the anguish, all of the nose spraying, all of the feet swelling, all of the tired, all of the stuffing and being sick and the vomit. It's a distant memory. It's a distant. Even the cut she received for C-section, the child was worth it. Can you imagine when you see him in his appearance? Lost your wife, whether separation, whether moot, lost your husband, whether the same thing, lost your children, whatever you've gone through, lost job, went through tragedies of your health. But when you see his face, once you can hold him and be in his arms, it'll pay for it all. That's what I'm waiting on. Any women had any kids in here? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It can pay. You just tell all the time, when I see him, it'll pay for it all. You try to look and try to figure out. I guess that's where they at. I don't understand it. But a pregnant woman would. She'll understand how many things she'll die. Some things that she'll love, she'll hate the smell of it. And she'll pick up a fun taste for something she never liked before. It become her favorite food. And you know why that'll become? She'll hate something that she loves. And she'll start to attach to something and love something that she never thought anything about, simply because it'll give her an understanding of what you'll do when you possess the Son and the love of the Son. It'll change something that you loved all the time. And you know what? You can't take the smell of it. It make you sick. Don't even want it around you. Looking at it make you sick. But you have this new taste for something because what's in you, it desires it. And because it desires it, it moves the taste of the other thing you once loved. How many of y'all understand that? You need to get pregnant with the Son. I'm talking about from a Ruach standpoint. Y'all got it? So something to come in and change your whole dynamics. Something will make you move from something you love that's bad for you, now you can hate it. Now you can take on something that's good for you, although it might not seem like it, but it's something that the Son loves. Just like with the baby, it's something they desire. And because you have a fondness for them, you can bear it. You can taste it. Hello? Y'all understand? See, if we don't break it down to these simplistic points, you're just going to keep serving, and you're going to still be without. See, a lot of these people hate me, and they hate me for the wrong reason. All I'm trying to do is get people to be practical about what you're in. Stop lying to yourself. You really hadn't understood nothing people told you. They just gave you a bunch of hoopla and a bunch of big words. But everything I broke down for you are things you know you can understand, and we in no way deflated from the Torah. Hello? All I'm trying to do, I'm trying to help establish the Torah. I'm using the work in the same sense that he used it. I'm keeping it until the promise come back him. Hello? He told me, for the promise is unto who? And to all. Where if the Torah will add unto the promise shall come, and he's saying the promise is still unto us, shouldn't I still keep the Torah? Right. He said for transgression. If I don't transgress, then the Torah is right. If I transgress, the Torah is right. Right. So it's not a terror if you're doing two works. Why you gotta burn and go to hell if you sleep with your neighbor wife? That's kind of extreme, ain't it? See, everything the Torah says is true. And when you obey it, you consent to it. And when you disobey, you consent to it. Because there's a recompense for those that don't do it. Still right. Only he can do something. Then something, whether you keep it or not, it's still right. That's two.